from the 24-25 high school basketball season on KCTN FM 100.
We're down to 6 seconds to go. On top to Royer. Left side, Erickson open off a pick. Left wing for three. Got it in the closing seconds of the first half. And the Warriors now have their biggest lead of the half. They lead by 14. Lightfoot, nice feed to Keel, who scores the left-handed layup. Bulldogs smooth in transition. They lead by 18. 6 seconds to go. Eckelceder on the left wing. Goes to Whitman just outside the lane. Shot blocked by Cornwell, but Brisky gets the rebound. Takes a deep three right side. Got it at the buzzer. And the Vikings close the third quarter with an exclamation point in this game. Hager, double team, but he's able to reverse it, but intercepted, and this is going to be a dunk. They get it ahead to Riester. Riester goes up, throws it down with the right hand. 31-8 at the 5-minute mark. It's all good for North Fayette Valley. White stops the dribble right side. Baseline to Oconus. Baseline takes a deep three. It is no good. Hines gets the rebound, and in midair is able to put it up and in the closing seconds. And that's how we end quarter number one, with the Tigerhawks taking a 15-14 lead. On top, pass intercepted by Riester, and here it comes. Riester throws it down, two hands. Impressive with the steal and the dunk. And suddenly the Tigerhawks down by 7 early, now lead by 2. Meany, right side to Hansen. Hansen over to Keel, top of the key, for three, got it! Parker Keel with a three-pointer, 35 seconds to go. We're knotted at 68. Left side, Eckelceder open, deep left corner, fires up the three, got another one. Eckelceder, is that 4 in a row?
That's 4 in a row for Eckelceder.
White can go get it. He'll bring it across the timeline, but White has to take a logo three, banks it in from the logo as the shot clock's winding down, and it's 33-27, bailed out on the shot. Inbounds the pass, intercepted by Riester. Riester drives in and throws it down with the right hand. 57-34 here in the fourth. Tigerhawks pulling away.
The best high school basketball is on KCTN FM 100. It's our girls opener tonight on KCTN. In our featured matchup, MFL MarMac is at Crestwood, the opener in the new look Upper Iowa Conference. The Bulldogs are coming off a share of the league title. They look to be one of the top teams in the rebuilt conference. For Crestwood, they've been one of the better teams in the old Northeast Iowa Conference. They plan on being one of the better teams in this league. Early season contenders meeting on the large school side, MFL MarMac and Crestwood. Tonight's Chalk Talk coming up next.
Inspiring changes to a happier, healthier you is what we do at Clayton Drug. We are committed to helping you achieve the highest quality of life possible. We are a full-service pharmacy offering services such as med packing to your home or mail delivery and online prescription refill. We also offer a cash pricing program on name brand and generic prescriptions. Call 563-245-2530 to find out more. Clayton Drug, connecting the communities of Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner to serve us all in between.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors in Elgin and Waukon. At Torkelson Motors, we believe that student involvement in activities is a great way to help grow our communities, and we are proud to help sponsor this game for your enjoyment. We've been serving Northeast Iowa since 1926 and appreciate the business that our customers have given us and the support they provide to our area schools and communities. So the next time you are in need of a new or used vehicle or a repair, stop into Torkelson Motors. We've been selling cars the old-fashioned way with a friendly smile and a handshake right here next door in Elgin and Waukon.
Being good at life means getting your finances in order so you can focus on the moments that matter most. With over 175 years of experience, New York Life Insurance Company offers insurance and financial solutions you can benefit from while you're, well, living. For trusted guidance, contact your local agents, Andrew Reimer or Troy Springer, with your Vision Financial Group, proudly located and serving the beautiful Guttenberg community. Call Andy or Troy at 563-252-2471. Start planning today for peace of mind tomorrow. Your Vision Financial Group is not owned or operated by New York Life.
Combine strong winds with icy conditions and you have a winter storm recipe for downed power lines and outages. Get prepared now. Put together a kit to help keep everyone safe and warm during a winter storm emergency. Have extra blankets handy and stock up on water, flashlights, non-perishable food, essential medicines, and more. Your electric cooperative cares about keeping you safe. That's the power of human connections. Alameda Clayton Electric Cooperative, your touchstone energy cooperative.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
Alpine Communications believes connected communities become thriving communities. We are the local telephone company that became a 21st century communications provider. Alpine provides internet, television, cellular security, and telephone too. We promise personal, timely, reliable service from people who live here. When you choose us, we all thrive. Connect with Alpine Communications today. Click alpinecom.net or call 563-245-4000.
Bulldog Cadet Basketball is brought to you in part by Community Insurance of Iowa, Hometown Agency, Monona, Auto, Home Business, Crop, Farm, and Life, Smitty's Oil and Tire in Monona, Garden View Place in Monona, Vorwald Enterprises, Inc. in Monona, Ashbecker Building Supplies in Rossville, Conoco Flood Covering in Monona, Sincerely Yours Interiors by Kay in Monona, and Rockwire Appliance and TV, the home of quality service with the lowest price guaranteed in Prairie du Chien, Waukon, Decorah, and Viroqua. We begin the Chalk Talk for tonight's game. We're joined by MFL MarMac girls basketball coach Brian Bugenhagen. Coach, our team 15-9 the season to go. Co-champs of the Upper Iowa Conference. First off, let's talk about who's back for the Bulldogs this year.
Yeah, I think that kind of starts off with our two seniors. We got Cora Keener at the post, and then Casey Pika at guard. Casey started for us last year, so kind of starts with them, and also Emma Driscoll, who's a junior. And from there, we have some different role players that I think can step into possibly a starting role with Samantha Ruff. We got some younger kids with Blair Winter and Olivia Driscoll that can come in and contribute for us this year.
All right, you mentioned a couple of kids there that are going to contribute. Who else is going to contribute there as far as new faces?
Yeah, so I think. Brinley Fritz might be back as a junior. Also, we got Evelyn Fritz. She was a sophomore last year, didn't get much playing time because of not having a JV schedule. I think she can definitely come in and contribute. And then also, I think there's a freshman, there's a really good freshman group that came in this year that at different points, I believe, can help us out.
All right, now let's talk about the New Look Upper Iowa Conference. We mentioned you guys were co-champs last year. Tell me a little bit about how the conference is going to work this year.
Yeah, so they have a big and small conference or divisions this year. We're added New Hampton, Crestwood, and Waukon, and we're part of that. They are part of that upper, the big division. And I think that we'll have to come to play every night, and the conference is going to be a lot tougher, which is good, I think, for all the teams. And then you got the small division that we play once throughout the season, so we get a good mix of playing different teams this year.
All right, now turning our attention to Crestwood, what do you know about the Cadets?
Honestly, not a whole lot. I know they got three players that came back from last season that contributed a lot. They have a new coach, so it's going to be kind of see what happens, kind of unfortunately, because I think they run in a whole new system, and I've heard good things about what they've done over the summer and where they're going. So other than that, honestly, I don't know a whole lot about them. So we'll be excited to see what comes out, and I think we're running some new stuff as well. So I think it'll be a good test for both of us.
All right, Coach. Good luck to you in the ball game. We look forward to talking to you afterwards.
All right, sounds good. Thanks,
MFL, you betcha. MFL MarMac girls basketball coach Brian Bugenhagen on his Bulldog team. The Chalk Talk continues after this.
Strawberry Building Supply offers all your building materials for residential and commercial projects. Whether you're building from the ground up, remodeling your home, or a weekend project, we have the materials you'll need. We are an authorized Milwaukee dealer for all your Milwaukee tools. Strawberry Building Supply also has everything you'll need for your pets and livestock. Stop into Strawberry Building Supply today at 413 West Mission Street, Strawberry Point, or call 563-933-4579.
Hey, Justin Birdnow here from Birdnow Chevrolet in Monona. I want to take a moment to wish all the local athletes good luck during their game. You have worked incredibly hard and it shows during each game. Myself and the entire Birdnow Chevrolet Monona team is wishing you all that you do your best and good luck.
Central State Bank provides a complete line of lending services to help you get the best out of life. from home mortgages and equity loans to vehicle and personal loans. We have expert lending professionals who will work with you to provide options to address your needs. At Central State Bank, you won't deal with a branch or department. You'll deal with a banker who is dedicated to you. Central State Bank, member FDIC.
Mom, yeah, put that on my to-do list. There is more and more on my to-do list every day. I can hardly keep up, and I have to make sure everyone is paid. But who has time for the bills?
You know who can help with that?
Who?
Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping. They not only do taxes, but specialize in bookkeeping services as well. Has your to-do list gotten too long? Want help? Give Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping a call at 563-245-2154.
Edgewood Auto and Towing is an automotive repair shop, tire dealer, and 24/7 towing service. We offer full service work on all autos and semis. Our highly skilled mechanics provide quality workmanship and will get you back on the road in a timely manner. Check out our current tire rebates by calling 563-928-7333 or stopping into Edgewood Auto and Towing for complete terms and conditions.
Epic Wear. Get personalized clothing for your school, your team, family, friends, business, or any event. Epic Wear has a huge range of customizable apparel, trophies, and awards. They offer free design help or design your own apparel at getepicwear.com, and you can even set up a free website for your fundraiser. Epic Wear, walk on. Call 563-568-2301 to place your order today.
NEAT is connecting more and more homes and businesses to reliable, fast broadband internet in Northeast Iowa. NEAT's fiber optic network has expanded and is now offering speeds up to 1 gig in and around Monona, Luena, St. Olaf, Farmersburg, Postville, and surrounding rural areas. NEAT Fiber provides high-quality internet, television, and telephone services at the speed of light. For more information on how to upgrade your speed and services, visit NEITEL.com or call today, 877-638-2122. NEAT, connecting you now.
Bulldog Cadet Basketball is brought to you in part by Nick's Excavating and Kane Construction in Farmersburg, T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona, St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service, Growl Logs and Lumber in Elkader, Timber is a Crop, Harvest Wisely, Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont, Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg and Elkader, LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville, Elkader Chiropractic Center Dr. Jamie Hammersland, and Innovative Ag Services in Elkader, Monona, and Waukon. We continue the Chalk Talk for our game. We're joined by Crestwood girls basketball coach Nicole Johnson. Coach, this is a team that won 12 games a season ago. Let's talk about, first off, who's back for the Cadets.
Yeah, we've got a strong senior class coming back this year. Zoe Meemer and Charlie Curtis are probably our leaders in that senior class, but we'll have some other big seniors who will be big roles this year. Kieran Rupert, Peyton Ullum, Kenzie Mollers, and Kenzie Gallagher. That rounds out our senior class.
All right, now, you expect some other kids to contribute this year. Let's talk about some of those kids.
Yeah. We have a junior, Mia Shelton. She's a quick little guard that will be huge for us and kind of running the show. And we have some other sophomores, Hadley Reilly, some freshmen, Braylon McCarville and Hope Ludwig. Honestly, the whole program is just willing to step up and do whatever the team needs to get the job done on the floor. And so I'm really excited to see what our team can do this year.
All right, now let's talk about a new conference. You guys moving from the Northeast Iowa Conference now to the Upper Iowa Conference. Different challenge this year.
Yes. Lots of familiar faces just because of in the area and non-conference games, but now becoming a conference with those schools. I think we're just kind of feeling each other out a little bit is what I like to say. How do we rank in coming from the Northeast Iowa Conference? A lot of those schools are transferring over to the Upper Iowa, so there's not a whole lot of difference in the Northeast Iowa except for some schools. But, yeah, I think we're just going to attack the new conference with the best energy possible and just see where we fall.
All right, now let's turn our attention to the game at MFL MarMac. What do you know about the Bulldogs?
Yeah, Bulldogs are a tough competitor going in. Last year's game, it was a nail-biter, a 1-point win when we played them at Upper Iowa for, I think it was like a scrimmage or jamboree type game. But But yeah, I think they have all of their returners coming back, except for they lost one key senior post. But then, as far as I know, they have some pretty good freshmen coming in as well. They'll be able to fill those roles. So we're looking for a really scrappy, physical game. Crashing the boards will be really important for us, and moving the ball quick.
All right, some of the other keys in the ball game for your team then.
Yeah, I think that finding a cohesive group on the floor for us will be crucial. We have a lot of people that are wanting to step up and fill the roles that we need on the floor, and just kind of seeing who our best five out there is. It's not necessarily my top 5 scorers at a time, but who is going to be the group that's going to get the job done defensively and offensively. So, yeah, crashing the boards is going to be huge. I want to be the best rebounding team in the conference, and they know that. And so high expectations for rebounding.
All right, Coach, good luck to you in the ball game. We look forward to talking to you afterwards.
Thank you so much.
You betcha. Crestwood girls basketball coach Nicole Johnson and her cadet team. The Chalk Talk continues after this.
Are high bank fees draining your wallet? It's time for a change.
At People's State Bank, they believe in low fees that put you first.
Tired of being charged for using your debit card, sneaky paper statement fees, or monthly maintenance fees?
With People's State Bank's People's Checking Account, those fees are a thing of the past.
Worried about ATM fees?
At People's State Bank, they reimburse you for up to 3 ATM fees per month. They work hard to keep your money where it belongs, in your pocket.
Make the switch to People's State Bank today. Visit a branch near you or peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC.
Scooter's Coffee in Manchester offers a variety of coffees, smoothies, blenders, and breakfast food products served all day long. Scooter's Coffee offers fast and friendly service, too. In a hurry? Use the Scooter's Coffee app to order, pay, and earn rewards. Simply stop at the drive-thru window and pick up your order. Scooter's Coffee is open Monday through Saturday, 5:30 a.m. till 8 p.m. and Sunday, 6 a.m. till 8 p.m. We look forward to seeing you at Scooter's Coffee in Manchester.
Northern Country Co-op and Viafield are now Nexus Cooperative, your full-service ag partner supplying all your agronomy, energy, feed, grain, and lumber needs. Our highly knowledgeable and experienced team utilizes the latest technology in feed manufacturing, agronomy services, precision ag, plant and animal nutrition, energy products, and grain marketing to keep our customers ahead of the rest. Stop in today at any of our 26 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota, or visit us online at nexus.coop.
This is Dr. Jessica Wilkie, along with Dr. Foey, Dr. Bruner, and our staff here at Family Dentistry Associates of Monona. We are honored to sponsor winter sports and activities for the area schools. We're here to help keep those smiles healthy by providing all areas of general dentistry for children and adults, including same-day crowns, Invisalign, dentures, and implants. We thank our patients for their loyalty for the last 40 years and welcome new patients to join our dental family. Call us at 563-539-4651.
Stronger, farther, faster. It all starts with good nutrition. Clayton County Farm Bureau is proud of our livestock farmers who provide high-quality protein needed to fuel our young athletes. The ultimate pre- and post-game fuel-up can be found in meat and dairy foods grown right here. Meat and dairy are natural sources of essential vitamins that support health, energy, and performance. We know our student athletes are the real deal, and Iowa's livestock farmers are committed to helping them reach their goals. To learn more, visit realfarmersrealfoodrealmeat.com.
When I started out in the car business, my dad gave me some good advice. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Brown's family of dealerships. What my dad told me is when you sell someone their first car, you need a good sales department. But if you expect to sell them their second, third, and fourth car, you better have a great service department. Visit any one of the Brown's family of dealerships in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, or Victory Ford in Dyersville and find out why Brown's is your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be.
Bulldog Cadet Basketball is brought to you in part by Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door, TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont, Myers Auto Service in Monona, Clayton County Recycling in Monona, Farmer Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, Arlington, Elgin, and Wadena, member FDIC, Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader, Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah, and by Car Auto Group, online at karautogroup.com.
Good evening, everybody. How you doing? Dan Barons along with Coach Aaron Harmon. We welcome you to Crestwood High School, and it's our Upper Iowa Conference opener tonight.
Yes.
Girls opener. MFL MarMac taking on Crestwood in the refigured Upper Iowa Conference in the, once again, big school division. Meanwhile, there's a game going on right now, a JV game that we have the camera on. The game is now ended. You just saw, if you were following it on a YouTube channel, you just saw the end of the ball game. They went overtime, and MFL MarMac defeats Crestwood by a final score of 41-39. Both teams had opportunities to win it late. MFL MarMac had a chance to try to put it away from the free throw line. Came up empty in that regard, but they hang on, as it turns out, getting a stop late, and they win by a final score of 41-39. Is that an omen to start the season? A good thing or a bad thing?
I don't know, but it was entertaining. If nothing else, it was entertaining, and maybe it's a good sign for our varsity game tonight.
All right, so we'll talk about the varsity game here in just a bit, but this is, again, the reconfigured Upper Iowa Conference. This is the large school side, which involves Crestwood, New Hampton, and Waukon. Those are the three new teams in the Upper Iowa Conference, along with MFL MarMac, North Fayette Valley, and South Wind is actually on the big school side. So what happens this year is the big school side and the small school side, they play within that side of the conference twice each. So you're going to play 10 games on that side. Then you play the cross-conference games from small school to big school, and those games count as one in the Upper Iowa Conference, Chase.
Yeah, so you get about 15 conference games in there with the crossing over games, and 16 games in, and then you get 5 non-conference, and yeah, we'll see how it goes, but a little reconfiguration, and good matchup tonight with the two conference representatives.
So what that leads us to is a lot of unknown in the Upper Iowa Conference, because you look at the big school side. Waukon lost to Jessup last night, but Waukon had success in the Northeast Iowa Conference. And again, they only had, 4 teams, I think, last year in the conference. 5 teams, I believe, what they had. They only played 6 conference games. And Crestwood was 12-9 on that side of the conference. Now, for Crestwood, Waukon, and New Hampton, it's not really all that different playing the likes of North Fayette Valley and now even MFL MarMac the last couple of years.
Yeah, they played a lot of the schools mainly because of proximity. South Wind's not that far away, Turkey Valley's not that far away, but it's interesting when you start looking at these two teams, not playing a lot. And last year, MFL MarMac played Crestwood, Waukon, and Decorah. I guess they played Waukon twice. They were 0-4 against that Northeast Iowa Conference, so they struggled a little bit. This Crestwood game was close. You look at the other side of things, Crestwood played in the Upper Iowa 5 games. They played Postville, North Fayette Valley, MFL MarMac, South Wind, Turkey Valley, 5-0. So they're looking at this conference going, hey, we like playing in this conference. We get some wins.
And that's the reason why they went big school, small school, because your concern would be the big schools may kind of dominate the small school side if they play twice. So they decided to break it into a big school and a small school division, and it's going to be a lot of fun. It works out because, like tonight, we actually had a JV girls game. We didn't have to play 2 quarters. We actually had full JV teams for MFL MarMac and for, once again, New Hampton, or I should say Crestwood. Meanwhile, speaking of New Hampton, at the end of the first quarter, it is North Fayette Valley leading New Hampton 7-5 in that ball game at New Hampton tonight. As far as conference openers tonight, Clayton Ridge is at Turkey Valley. Those 2 teams on the small school side. Central is at Tripola tonight in a non-conference affair. Central was originally scheduled to open up against Postville, but that changed when Postville decided here in the last couple of weeks to postpone their varsity season. They're going to play a JV schedule with the youth they have and as far as the numbers that they have. And also tonight, Edco plays Waterloo East, and that's a case where the Vikings were kind of caught schedule-wise. Alburnett left the Tri-Rivers Conference. Central City doesn't have a girls basketball team, so they had to search for opponents, and they're heading to Waterloo.
Yeah, they're going to Waterloo East tonight, a new opponent for them, but yeah, that's just a byproduct of Central City and Starmont not having a varsity girls program, and Alburnett leaving the conference. So they had 6 slots that they had to fill with those openings, and Waterloo East says, come on down, we'll play you.
And for Edco, that's a good warm-up for the Tri-Rivers Conference. We'll see Edco, of course, coming up next Friday night against North Cedar. Meanwhile, let's turn our attention to this ball game. The Bulldogs, 15-9, the season to go, 14-2 in the conference. And we start out here with the loss of Emmy Wickner. She's a junior, 5'5", averaged 11 points, led them conference-wise last year. Overall scoring-wise, one of the best defensive players in the Upper Iowa Conference as well. The Bulldogs will have to kind of rebuild that
person right there.
Yeah, she lives and breathes basketball. I mean, that's her passion, and getting hurt this fall just kind of put a damper on that. They're hoping to have her full strength next basketball season. That's kind of the long-term outlook is let's hope she gets back. But, that's a huge loss. But the other thing you have to understand is attrition. They had 2 senior posts who played for a long time.
Well, and the big thing is about those 2 seniors, that was your rebounding.
Yeah, that was your rebounding, your inside presence. So they're going to look to some of these youth to maybe fill that role as well, and the absence of Wickner not being on the court.
Now, as far as some of the kids that are returning this year, you've got Brynlee Fritz averaging 6 points a ball game. Remember, she missed much of the season with an injury. Also, Samantha Ruff, about 4 points a ball game. Casey Pika, now a senior, one of 2 seniors on the team at 7 points a ball game. Emma Driscoll at 7 points a ball game. Cora Keener, 4 points a ball game. So you look right there and you go, we lost our double-digit score. There's a couple of freshmen that did not play JV tonight that are going to play varsity in Blair Winter and also Olivia Driscoll.
Yeah, I think you look at both of those, and Blair Winter has the height. We're looking at her to maybe fill one of those post roles. Maybe not full-time right away, but I would assume we're going to see her, and I see Cora Keener. I expect her to start in one of those posts. She's got tons of experience, but they're going to need somebody to kind of lead underneath the glass and help with rebounding.
And with the loss of Wickner, you're going to have to see a girl like Driscoll play more of a role as far as ball handling. Samantha Ruff probably in that role as well. Casey Pika, as we mentioned, is your starting guard. She is a freshman. We should also point out that Blair Winter, and Bailey was the older sister there, but Blair Winter is a freshman, 5'10", as we mentioned, and of course, the late Jason Winter, the late MFL MarMac coach, that is his daughter, and he worked with all these kids, their family, of course, as well. But so she steps up here well prepared to play at the varsity level. So that tells you about MFL MarMac. For Crestwood, 12-9, 3-3 in the Northeast Iowa Conference. They have a new coach in Nicole Johnson. Brings a good resume to them. But they have a good group returning. And Charlie Curtis, along with Mia Shelton and Zoe Miemert, that is. They all average there around 7-8. Curtis in double figures, but that's where it starts for the cadets coming back.
Yeah, absolutely. You look at Curtis's numbers. She shot 70% from the free throw line, almost 15 points a game, almost 3 steals a game. So she's going to kind of set the table for them. But Mia Shelton, again, you said about 8 points a ball game, about 3.5 assists, 2.5 steals. I think that's a great start right there, that senior and that junior. And then Miemert chipping in 7 points and almost 9 rebounds a ball game. They're just a good threesome there to kind of build a team around.
Now, they return some other kids as well. Kiernan Rupert is a senior. Also, Mackenzie Gallagher is another senior. Peyton Ullum is a senior, along with Kenzie Mollers, one of the captains there. Ullum also a captain, along with Miemert. She is a senior as well. And then Marin Vitved as well, all contributed last year. But that's what they're looking for with a new head coach. Who are the 5 that are going to play at crunch time? Because I think you're going to see a lot of kids stepping up for Crestwood this year to figure out what they all have.
Well, yeah, I think you want to figure out what your team has, but you also want to figure out what the coach is looking for. A different system, different plays, maybe a different role to fill. And kids always looking to find a way to play.
All right, so this is, again, the conference opener between these two clubs. And as we mentioned, they've actually played the last few years. As far as teams in the big school of the Upper Iowa Conference, Waukon always seems to be one of the teams in the mix, always seems to have a good winning record. But I think the big school side, you're going to see a lot of competitive ball games. And the small school side is also on that side. You look at it and go, wow, Kehigh's ranked. They're back. They should probably win the small school side. But I think there's lots of spots that are up for grabs on that reconfigured south side.
And it's crazy when you look at that because we talked about Postville not having the depth to have a varsity program. But then you look at a team like Kehigh. They're ranked. They've got a lot of girls back. They play a JV schedule. Central's got enough kids that are playing a JV schedule. It's that disparity, and it's not unique to the Upper Iowa Conference. It's statewide, but just seeing these schools not being able to field programs, and then you see 2 teams tonight who have plenty of girls out on the court, and it's great to see.
Yeah, and we had a full varsity JV ball game tonight. That's what you always worry about. Maybe there's going to be 2 quarters of JV this year, but we still will run into that, don't get me wrong. But it does look like some good news for some of the schools, at least in the conference. It sounds like Clayton Ridge, they've got a new head coach. They've got a lot of young kids coming forward this year. Turkey Valley, Sherrod,
the conference last year with MFL MarMac. So Keyhigh actually was the third-place team in the conference. Turkey Valley figures to be in that mix on the small school side.
I think Turkey Valley will push some of these teams. I think Keyhigh's got to be your favorite there. But, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how all this plays out.
Yeah, there's lots of teams there to kind of choose from. If you may look at a team that should be greatly improved, that would be Southwind. Even though they're stuck on the big school side, they are a team that, again, is well coached. They return plenty of a team that got better as the year went on last year.
Well, and it's one of those teams that kind of looked at the situation and said, we'll play on the big school side. We're going to be challenged. But I think the athletic director up there, Alex Smith, and the administration kind of said, it's okay to be pushed a little bit. We'll see what we're made of and play some tougher schools.
And, again, that kind of resets how the Upper Iowa Conference is going to look this year. And we expect lots of quads. I don't think that's going to change. And we'll see if that continues to contribute to kind of how our basketball is being played in this area. But we'll have plenty of time to gripe about that as the season gets on. We'll take a break. When we return, starting lineups. We'll talk about keys in the ball game. You're listening to high school basketball on KCTN FM 100, live online at kctn.com with the video or the KCTN YouTube channel.
At Freedom Bank, we're proud to cheer on the hometown athletes who give it their all. You'll see us in the stands, on the sidelines, and throughout our communities, supporting the players, coaches, and families who make Northeast Iowa a great place to call home. Whether it's on the field or in your financial life, we're here to help you reach your goals. Visit us in Elkader, Monona, Postville, or Waukon and experience the difference of a 100% employee-owned community bank. Freedom Bank. We empower success.
The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union are proud sponsors of high school sports. We are committed to bringing our patients the highest level of total eye care with detailed one-on-one attention. Our offices offer the newest technology and equipment with a professional team of experienced staff that is committed to you. Call us today for your next total eye care appointment. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union supports all of our local athletes taking the field or court this season.
This is Chris Holbert, General Manager of Hall Roberts Son Incorporated in Postville. We would like to wish the area student athletes both a safe and successful sports season. We have been a community-based company since 1864, servicing and supporting the area ag industry with products necessary for daily success. We look forward to continuing to serve and support both the ag industry and high school athletes in our surrounding communities. Thank you and good luck from the families at Hall Roberts Son.
Hey sports fans, take a time out to call Garms Financial Services for all your insurance needs. Whether you need auto, home, farm, health, crop, or business insurance, Garms Financial Services and Grinnell Mutual has you covered. You'll receive quality protection, expert advice, and local friendly service. Owner Brian Bugenhag, along with his staff, look forward to serving all your insurance needs. Call them today for a free competitive quote. Garms Financial Services, located in Elkader and now also in Monona, your trusted choice agency.
Looking for the best suppressors with seamless service? Interested in helping protect your hearing or have questions on the NFA process? Head to Stronghold Corp, your one-stop shop for premium suppressors and unbeatable expertise. Whether you're a seasoned shooter or first-time buyer, we can get the best brands and latest models to fit your needs. Enjoy hassle-free eForms electronic fingerprint processing with our state-of-the-art Cerberus live scan system. Contact us today by heading to stronghold-corp.com for more information. Stronghold Corp, where silence meets precision. Top Gun Customs knows that the insurance company wants you to do all the work for them. They want you to download the app, take the pictures, upload them, then they want you to accept the paltry check they think will repair your vehicle. No, no, no. Top Gun writes an accurate estimate, takes the photos, and explains the repair process to you. Let Bob and the guys take all the worries out of your repairs. Call Bob or Nancy at 563-964-9899 at Top Gun to schedule your repair today.
Bulldog Cadet Basketball is brought to you in part by the Loena Savings Bank, member FDIC, Bacon Concrete in Postville, Furniture Showcase and All Wine, Lighting Showroom, Flooring, Furniture, and Window Treatments, Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona, Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa, Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at guttenberghospital.org. And Rivals Inc., custom gear, screen printing, embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com.
Welcome back to Cresco. Just about ready to go with the starting lineups in our ball game tonight. Bulldogs will be wearing their away blue bottoms. They have the blue tops, Bulldogs in yellow, and once again the white trim. It's royal blue. Meanwhile, Crestwood home white uniforms. They've got the blue Crestwood across the front with the blue numbers, and they have the blue and white side on their jersey there, as it's kind of a cross check there on the side. All right, let's talk about keys in the ball game. Let's start first off here for MFL MarMac.
I think for MFL MarMac tonight, ball pressure and floor general. They got to figure out who's going to kind of run the show out there and fill that role that Evan Wickner leaves out there. I think they have to establish post play. I don't know if Blair Winter is the one, Cora Keener, who that is, but they got to have some kind of presence inside to open up the outside. And they got to cut down on turnovers. You know, you got to handle the ball so that you can score, and I think they just need to take care of the basketball.
Yeah, last year they actually averaged more turnovers than assists, despite the fact that they were a 15-win team a season ago. Offensively, they averaged 47 points a ball game, about 13 assists, and 15 turnovers. So they figured that to improve on that number. All right, let's talk about for Crestwood in this ball game for the Cadets.
I think they got to figure out, you know, who they are and what they want to establish. You know, what kind of style they want to put out on the court. Are they going to be a pressure team? Are they going to run? Are they going to run a half court? Just try to figure out how they're going to play this with the new coach, new system, and, you know, what role they're going to play throughout this ball game.
All right, so we are ready to go with the season opener here, just about ready for the starting lineups in this ball game tonight. We are high above it all at Crestwood, one of the highest places we've done a game from, just about near the ceiling, and it's a great area, don't get me wrong, but we are up here a ways as the camera almost pointed straight down to get the footage here for our video feed.
I think Jessup maybe was a little higher, but that's about the only one. We're up here, but a great view and a great atmosphere, nice crowd shuffling in. They all want to see the opener of both of these teams.
And again, the JV game went overtime to start out our basketball season. So this is our season opener. Next week, it's a girls and boys doubleheader a week from tonight, as we'll have Clayton Ridge at Central. And again, the Chalk Talk at 5:45, girls game time at 6:15 with the boys game to follow. I believe we are ready for the starting lineups now. We are going to go courtside now with, once again, Scott Wiley is the public address announcer with tonight's starting lineups for our ball game tonight.
And I think he's just
waiting the clock to run down there.
We're under 10, but he's ready to go down there. He's got our microphone, and he's going to take it away here.
The music has stopped, and that stopped with about 15 seconds to go. Take it away, Scott Wiley at the scorer's table once again with the starting lineups.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Crestwood High School. For tonight's exciting matchup between the MFL MarMac Bulldogs and your own Crestwood Cadets. The officials for tonight's contest are Luther Linderbaum, Jason Bohr, and Isaac Bremer. The administration, staff, and students of the Howard Wintershed Community School District supports the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union in making good sportsmanship a priority. Negative acts and comments directed towards players, coaches, fans, or officials does nothing positive in the development of our young people as future citizens. So in other words, let the officials officiate, the coaches coach, and the players play. And now your starting lineup for the Bulldogs. A freshman, number 1, Olivia Driscoll. A freshman, number 10, Blair Winter. A senior, number 20, Casey Pika. A junior, number 24, Emma Driscoll. And finally, a senior, number 32, Cora Keener. The Bulldogs head coach is Brian Bugenhagen. He's assisted by Jess Schubert and Mike Driscoll. And now, your starting lineup for your Crestwood Cadets. First, a 5'8" senior guard, number 4, Charlie Curtis. Next, a 5'7" junior guard, number 11, Mia Shelton. A 5'10" senior forward, number 12, Zoe Meemert. Next, a 5'8" senior guard, number 14, Kieran Rupert. And finally, a 5'9" senior forward, number 32, Kenzie Mullers. The Cadets
There
are
you
coached
have
by
it.
head coach
Once again, the
Nicole
starting
Johnson.
lineups for our ball
She
game when we
assisted by
return. Opening
Katie
action
Duran,
from Crestwood
Shelby
with
Piston,
MFL
Brad
MarMac
Daly.
and Crestwood.
Hi, this is Tara Fink, psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner. Career in mental health. During my own struggles, it was difficult to find good support in this area. Therefore, I vowed to come back home to help meet the great need for mental health care in Northeast Iowa. I'm available for consultations at both the Walk-On and Postville Clinic locations, offering assessment, diagnosis, and medication management for all mental illnesses.
Exceptional caring people, Veterans Memorial.
Inspiring changes to a happier, healthier you is what we do at Clayton Drug. We are committed to helping you achieve the highest quality of life possible. We are a full-service pharmacy offering services such as med packing to your home or mail delivery and online prescription refill. We also offer a cash pricing program on name brand and generic prescriptions. Call 563-245-2530 to find out more. Clayton Drug, connecting the communities of Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner to serve us all in between.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors in Elgin and Walk-On. At Torkelson Motors, we believe that student involvement in activities is a great way to help grow our communities, and we are proud to help sponsor this game for your enjoyment. We've been serving Northeast Iowa since 1926 and appreciate the business that our customers have given us and the support they provide to our area schools and communities. So the next time you are in need of a new or used vehicle or a repair, stop into Torkelson Motors. We've been selling cars the old-fashioned way with a friendly smile and a handshake right here next door in Elgin and Walk-On.
That starting lineup gets you ready for the season. MFL, MarMac, and Crestwood here tonight. Score to pass along. Another update. New Hampton leads North Fayette Valley at the half, 22-13. We'll continue to update you on that score. Meanwhile, Centra and Tripola just getting ready to get underway as they had a double girls game there. Clayton Ridge and Turkey Valley also going on tonight along with Edco at Waterloo East. We'll try to update you the best we can with all those games going on tonight. We've got Luther Linderbaum's crew doing this ball game tonight. That's a good way to start the season, I would think.
Yeah, absolutely. They did a nice job with the JV game. At overtime, got a little extra work in.
And both those JV teams did not get into the bonus until the overtime.
Until the overtime, yeah.
And the only reason why it was the overtime is because the fouls that carried over from the fourth quarter.
Yeah, it was a well-played ball game and well-officiated ball game. We expect the same here.
All right, to jump it up will be Keener for MFL MarMac, and for Crestwood, it will be Meemert. So 5'10" Meemert and Keener at 5'10". They'll jump it up at center court as we are ready to get underway. Tip is won by Crestwood into the backcourt, and this game is underway. Shelton in the offensive end. MFL MarMac comes out. Girl-to-girl defense starting out. Left side offensively, Meemert. Meemert hands it on over on top there to Rupert. Rupert right side open for three. Meemert's off the back of the rim from the right wing. Long rebound tracked down, though, by Rupert, who brings it back out on top. And they'll work things now offensively. Shelton goes back into the lane, working it down low to Mollers. Mollers post-up shot. It is strong. Banked it as she went in from the right side, and the rebound pulled down by MFL MarMac. Emma Driscoll into the offensive end, and as she stops, kind of loses her footing, tried to work it back out on top, and a turnover to start this ball game for the Bulldogs, their first trip down.
Yeah, that's frustrating. You get a nice stop on defense and just not able to get anything set up.
Inbounds pass stolen by Driscoll. This is stolen actually by Olivia Driscoll, but misses the shot. She tried to flip it back up underneath the basket. Then the ball ends up getting knocked out of there, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Crestwood, but a steal for MFL MarMac defensively.
Yeah, you're going to have a chance to reset here in the front court.
Right side inbounds to Bailey Winter. Winter drives in right side. Nice spin move, but misses the shot. Gets her own rebound. Spins, goes to the left, uses the left hand, and it's up and in. Strong move there. It is again Blair Winter.
Blair Winter, nice
and
move.
It's only going to take us most of the season to get that right. Meanwhile, Crestwood puts it ahead offensively, and Rupert overshooting The lead defender there in Curtis, actually, her lead offensive player down the court. And the Cadets turn it over, and they will pick up MFL MarMac with light pressure, full court.
Yeah, just trying to get the ball up court there, and Crestwood overthrew that. Another turnover.
Driscoll, crossover dribble, bounce pass, nice side to Keener. Keener banks it up and in. Olivia Driscoll drove in right side, drew the defender over. Bulldogs lead 4-0. Back right side offensively, it is Curtis. Curtis drives right side, cut off, back out on top, now to Rupert. Rupert, right side to Curtis. Curtis drives in, gets a step by Emma Driscoll, but the shot hit the side of the backboard. And tracking down the rebound, Emma Driscoll got her hand on it there. Loose ball picked up by Keener. Also there as well with Mollers, and they rule it a jump ball. It will go back to MFL MarMac.
Yeah, MFL is going to take this, and here comes that pressure just a little bit farther, a little light full court pressure once again.
So not only is MFL MarMac starting 2 freshmen to start this ball game, but Driscoll's going to be Olivia Driscoll, their primary ball handler. Winter, right side, it's to Emma Driscoll. Driscoll back right side now to Blair Winter. Winter on the wing at the right elbow, knocked away. She's able to regroup, feeds it over to Emma Driscoll. Right side, open for 3, leaves it short. Ball knocked away underneath. It's picked up by Mollers for Crestwood on the errant shot. Back offensively here is Shelton. Shelton, left side, left wing. That's Rupert, left wing for 3. Got it! And the Cadets on the board. 2 minutes in, it's 4-3 MFL MarMac.
Yeah, shot that with confidence as Kieran Rupert from the far corner.
Olivia Driscoll across the timeline. She's being pressured by Shelton. And again, she'll work it left side offensively. Tried to go baseline area, but hooked as she drove in, and there is a foul on the drive left side. And the foul committed there, I believe, by number 11. It is on Shelton. That is the first whistle of this ball game.
Yeah, both these teams kind of feeling each other out, trying to figure out what they're trying to do offensively, what they're trying to create defensively.
Olivia Driscoll will take it out of bounds. Baseline, tried to go inbounds to Pika. The ball knocked away, but it goes right back to Pika. Pika back over to Keener. Keener at the right elbow, back out on top, throwing low to Blair Winter, but she tracks it down near the sideline. Winter driving baseline, back out on top is Emma Driscoll. Bounce pass down low to Keener. Keener on the right block, takes the shot over the stretched arms of Mollers, who altered it enough that the shot ends up short. And the rebound by Crestwood. Good interior defense by Mollers. Back offensively, right side, open for 3. Shelton, right baseline, leaves it short. Box out there by Blair Winter, gets it ahead to Pika. And Pika ahead of the pack. Drives in right side. Getting back is Crestwood defensively. And MFL MarMac will have to bring it back out on top. Good hustle by the Cadets. Blair Winter, top of the key, crossover dribble. Clutta now takes a hook shot, middle of the lane. Shot is no good, but she traveled anyway as the shot was off the back of the rim. And the Bulldogs turn it over back to Crestwood.
Yeah, both teams with a couple of turnovers early on here, but so far we've had good flow up and down the court, good defense, straight-up defense, and interesting to see how this turns out.
We have another score to pass along as there is a foul in the backcourt on MFL MarMac as they pick them up offensively. It is Turkey Valley leading Clayton Ridge 20-4 at the end of the first quarter.
Well, we knew that Turkey Valley team was going to be a pretty tough team. Returned a few girls there, always well coached. But taking it to Clayton Ridge to start the season.
The foul, by the way, was on Keener on the full court pressure. Meanwhile, Crestwood brings it across center court. Right side, Mollers. Mollers back out on top to Meemert, and Meemert has the ball knocked away, picked out of there by the Bulldogs. Bailey Winter, crossover dribble, drives in right side,
Blair
slithers
Winter.
around defensively. Blair Winter the basket. 6-3 is our score. Backcourt area, it is again Curtis. Curtis across the timeline offensively. So the Bulldogs turnover there, taking advantage of it. And driving between 2 defenders as Curtis slides in between 2 defenders, lays it off the glass from the right side, and it's 6-5. They pull back within 1.
That was a smooth move there by Curtis, just kind of sliding between the defense and finishing strong.
We've got a pretty good flow going for the season opener for both these teams. About halfway through the opening quarter, Olivia Driscoll goes right side to Pika. Blair Winter trying to post up. Actually, Keener, the ball is overshot, though, as Keener bumped off the post. And the loose ball picked up by MFL MarMac. Actually, Crestwood defensively with Meemert. And back across the timeline, they working on top to Shelton. Shelton guarded by Olivia Driscoll. Right wing brings it on top and works it to Curtis. Curtis, step back 3 just off the top of the key, leaves it short. Mollers try to track down the rebound, but cannot as she run along the baseline, runs out of room, and the ball goes back to the Bulldogs. Here's our first substitutions. As into the ball game is Samantha Ruff for MFL MarMac, a 5'7 junior, her first appearance. Checking out for them is Emma Driscoll. Olivia Driscoll will also check out. Into the game is number 11, and that will be Evelyn Fritz, a sophomore, 5'6" sophomore. Meanwhile, Crestwood has also made their first substitution to the ball game. Number 13, Hadley Reilly, a 5'6" sophomore, into the ball game. And also in there as well is going to be number 30 in Braylon McCarville, a 5'8" freshman. Free throw line area, step behind it, shot taken by Pika, no good. Blair Winter gets the rebound, pulls up, 8-foot shot off the back of the rim, it is no good. She's able to outjump everybody, get the rebound, and try to step through a double team down low, but is tied up. It is a jump ball that it will go back to Crestwood.
Yeah, just a nice rebound there by Blair Winter, but not able to get that ball back up. She brought it down by her knees, and that's where the defenders started grabbing and forced that turnover on the jump ball.
All right, so back across the timeline, it is Crestwood, as they have a promising freshman in McCarville looking backdoor, gets the feed there to Meemert, but MFL MarMac adjusts defensively, and Crestwood loses the ball underneath the basket. Ruff, crossover dribble, good job by Crestwood getting back. Blair Winter open at the free throw line, 15-footer, leaves it long, and the rebound is Evelyn Fritz there coming over the back, trying to get the rebound, as it was Shelton with good rebounding position. Meanwhile, Crestwood makes another substitution. Moeller's out. Into the game is Hope Ludwig, another freshman at 5'11". So Crestwood going to play a couple of freshmen tonight, just like MFL MarMac.
Well, yeah, both of these teams starting to go to the bench a little bit here, get some breaks, get some different looks on the court.
And Crestwood brings it into the offensive end. Bulldogs now pick them up half court. 3 minutes left here in our first quarter. And they work it again with McCarville. McCarville dribbles the ball off her foot. She wanted to go one-on-one. Pika had kind of cut her off there on the right wing, and they turn it over, and it goes back to the Bulldogs. And we have Emma Driscoll quickly coming back into the ball game for KC Pika. And also coming into the game is for MFL MarMac will be number 25 into the game, and that is Chloe Schutte. She is a 5'7" freshman. So, and she checks in for Blair Winter.
Number 15 is also in for Crestwood.
And that is, once again, number 15 is Mackenzie Gallagher. Meanwhile, in the backcourt, Emma Driscoll pressured and has the ball knocked away just below us here. So MFL MarMac will take it out of bounds near center court in the backcourt. Inbounds to Emma Driscoll. Driscoll, right side, gets a step by her defender. Bounce pass to Keener, but the pass errant as she threw it behind her. Had the right idea. Maybe a step too far, but tried to bounce it into Keener in the lane, and the Bulldogs turn it over. The turnover is starting to mount up early in this game.
They are. Now both teams up to 5 turnovers each, and it's just trying to be aggressive, which is good, but the ball's just a little sloppy.
Shelton, left side in the wing to McCarville. McCarville back out on top to Reilly. Reilly takes a jumper just off the elbow left side. Shot no good. Ball batted out of there. And the rebound pulled down by Samantha Ruff. And as Ruff tries to push it into the offensive end, it's knocked away, but the loose ball picked up by MFL MarMac at center court. Ruff with it top of the key. Wide open. Steps into a three. Short of the side of the rim. Rebound and bringing the ball down was number 40 in Ludwig for Crestwood, and is immediately tied up by Emma Driscoll. So we've seen this a couple of times from each team, bringing that rebound down.
Yeah, those tall girls like to bring the ball down, and that's when the guards love to dig, grab a hold of that ball, and tie them up, gets the turnover.
Fritz takes it off the right side of the basket, on top to Emma Driscoll. Driscoll, left elbow area, back on over there to, once again, that is Schutte. Schutte feeds it back to Driscoll, and she'll bring it back out on top here now offensively. 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Driscoll tried to go to Ruff, knocked away, but Ruff tracks it down, drives right side, cut off on the wing. Back out on top to Emma Driscoll. Driscoll has the ball knocked away, stumbles. Somehow the ball goes to Schutte. She drives in, left-handed layup. It is up. It is in. Foul, count the basket. And the Bulldogs lead now 8-5.
And does Emma Driscoll get the assist then there? Because that's who picked it up. It was off of her pass. A nice finish by Schutte.
And that will bring in for Crestwood another substitution, as checking out is Shelton. Back into the game is Curtis. Meanwhile, it is Keener checking out for MFL MarMac, and it is Winter coming back into the ball game. Blair Winter coming back into the game. Schutte, left-handed on that shot. Left-handed at the free throw line. Rattled around, got it to stay down. 9-5, Bulldogs in the lead here in this first quarter. Back across the timeline, Reilly. Reilly, left side to Curtis. Curtis with it, right wing area now to Gallagher. Gallagher trying to look in the lane to Ludwig. Ludwig spins back out on top at the top of the key. Left wing now to Curtis. Curtis gets a step by her defender, drives in the layup, blocked by Winter. Winter coming over on the help defense. Ruff gets the rebound, and the Bulldogs quickly back into the offensive end. Driscoll lane to the basket, loses the ball into the hands of Schutte. She pulls up, 8-foot shot, banks it long from just inside the lane area off the left side, and Crestwood gets the rebound. Ludwig back into the offensive end, now to Curtis. Curtis left side, knocked away by Ruff, stolen away by Ruff. She'll lead the break, drives in right side the layup, leaves it short. Crestwood got back to contest it there, and the Bulldogs come up empty on the fast break attempt, and there's a jump ball after the missed shot.
We're seeing lots of attempts, getting those runouts and getting looks at the basket, but not as much falling. They were falling earlier, but we've kind of gone to a standstill here.
And both teams continue to go to their bench as Crestwood brings in now Peyton Ullum, a senior, one of their captains. Ullum has it left side, guarded by Schutte. In the middle of the lane, stops, goes left side now here to Reilly. Reilly in the corner now to Miemert. Miemert, top of the key, wide open. Curtis for three, leaves it off the front of the rim. It is no good. Evelyn Fritz, nice job in the lane, getting the rebound there. Fritz at 5'6", but positioned herself well, and she's fouled from behind.
Yeah, we saw her a little bit in that JV game. Does a nice job getting her body into the right position, both defensively and rebounding. So really compensates for being a little undersized, but she does a great job of getting in the right position.
And the substitute carousel continues. Evelyn Fritz checks out. Olivia Driscoll back in for the Bulldogs. Crestwood checks out Ludwig. And back into the ballgame for them is Mollers. So here's Emma Driscoll across the timeline offensively. 40 seconds left in the quarter. Younger sister Olivia Driscoll with it on top. And in between the leg dribble, right side to Emma Driscoll. Blair Winter with it on the right wing. Winter goes off a pick at the free throw line, trying to back her way down, loses it, but able to regroup. Back over to Emma Driscoll. She drives in, back to Schutte. Schutte double teamed in the lane. The ball knocked out of there, taken away by Crestwood. Really took it away. Ahead of the pack, Curtis. Curtis drives in, the right-handed layup, leaves it short. Contested there by Blair Winter, which caused her to miss the shot. Bulldogs 3-on-1 back the other way. Ruff to Schutte. Schutte's shot, no good, and fouled by Mollers. Mollers hacking Schutte in the act, and she'll go to the free throw line for two. And a nice job by the Bulldogs, realizing they had numbers with 6 seconds to go in the quarter.
Well, and that's twice that Blair Winter has contested and at least got a piece of the basket on a shot down here. So she's already showing that her height inside is going to be something that other teams are going to have to contend with.
So Schutte has two on the fourth foul, by the way, for Crestwood. Free throw by Schutte. It's off the back of the rim. She'll get another opportunity. Meanwhile, Casey Pica back into the ball game. Emma Driscoll checks out. So both these teams already have rotated in a number of kids, which, again, you got to figure out what you've got here. This is what this early season's about.
And you got to figure out, early on, some conditioning.
Schutte with the second free throw after missing the first. That free throw is good. 10-5. MFL MarMac in the lead. So Crestwood has to go the length of the court. Backcourt area is Miemert. Miemert with 3 seconds to go, brings it to half court, takes a step to the left, fires up the three, but banks it short, and the opening quarter comes to an end. A good start for MFL MarMac on the road. They lead 10-5. You're listening to high school basketball from KCTN Sports.
Alameda Clayton Electric provides more than energy. They also provide tips to help keep you safe. Use portable space heaters safely. The safest types have switches that turn the heater off if it's knocked over. Keep portable heaters away from papers, bedding, draperies, and other combustible materials to prevent fires, and keep them away from water to prevent electric shock. Never leave a space heater unattended or leave children alone in a room with a space heater. Your electric cooperative cares about keeping you safe. That's the power of human connections. Alameda Clayton Electric Cooperative, your touchstone energy cooperative.
Bulldog Cadet Basketball is brought to you in part by Community Insurance of Iowa, Hometown Agency, Monona, Auto, Home Business, Crop, Farm, and Life, Smitty's Oil and Tire in Monona, Garden View Place in Monona, Vorwald Enterprises, Inc. in Monona, Ashbecker Building Supplies in Rossville, Conoco Flood Covering in Monona, Sincerely Yours Interiors by Kay in Monona, and Rockwire Appliance and TV, the home of quality service with the lowest price guaranteed in Prairie du Chien, Waukon, Decorah, and Viroqua.
10-5, MFL MarMac in the lead here in the first quarter. What do we have for shooting stats in quarter number one?
For the Bulldogs, they were 4 of 14, 4 of 12 from the field, 0 of 2 behind the three-point line, 2 of 3 from the free throw line, so a good start there. For the Cadets, they were 2 of 12, 1 of 6 behind the arc, 1 of 6 inside. Did not shoot any free throws in both teams, sitting at 6 turnovers.
MFL MarMac's ball to start the second quarter. Olivia Driscoll, Blair Winter out there, also Emma Driscoll. You have Keener, and also out there is Pica, the starting 5 back out there. Winter, right side, gets a step on her defender, feeds it over to Keener, but the pass a little too strong as Winter drove in, brought the traffic to her, tried to bounce it left side, but an errant pass, and it goes out of bounds.
That was the right pass, just had a little too much mustard on that, and hard to handle for Keener.
So back offensively is Crestwood. Crestwood left side pushes it along the baseline, looking for Mollers in the lane. It's number 23 in Ullum who loses the basketball, picked up by MFL MarMac. And here is Olivia Driscoll, drives in, swoops in from the right side, the layup. It is up, it is in, foul, count the basket. And the Bulldogs go up by 7.
Yeah, that was a nice drive by the freshman there, Olivia Driscoll. Didn't have numbers, but saw a lane between two of the defenders, just kind of split them and forced it up there. Got the basket, got the foul.
For Crestwood, it is Memert, Mollers, as we mentioned out there, Ullum out there, and she'll just check out. So let's just reset this because Ullum and also checking out is Mollers. So into the game is Marin Vitved. Also out there as well is Memert that we mentioned. Number 14, Rupert out there. Number 4 is Curtis. And our last player out there is number 13, Reilly. Free throw, it is good. She finishes off the three-point play and an 8-point lead for MFL MarMac. Backcourt area, it is again offensively. Driving in right side is Curtis, getting to the basket off the right side, but fouled on the drive in off the right side, foul on the floor. It stays down here with, once again, Crestwood.
Yeah, Charlie Curtis really long-legged and able to get to the basket quickly. That first step really gets her some clearance. Just got to get that a little higher up off the backboard.
All right, another score to pass along. At the end of one, Waterloo East leads Edco 24-9. Inbounds offensively, and it is again Reilly with it on top, and they work it there with Rupert. Rupert bounces it, the ball knocked away by Blair Winter. She'll lead the break offensively. Winter drives in right side, the layup no good, but fouled on the drive-in, body call, as the shot was contested by Memert, and Winter to the free throw line for 2.
Yeah, just a nice transition there. Blair Winter able to get the pick, and then picks it up, runs the floor, tries to go strong to the hoop, gets the foul. She's going to have to earn him at the free throw line.
So Winter has 2 on the second foul by Crestwood in this quarter. Free throw is good, 14-5. This is an 8-0 run right now for MFL MarMac, stretching back to the first.
Yeah, Crestwood having a hard time getting into their offensive set and struggling just to get the ball up to the basket. They got to find a different way of maybe getting that penetration drive.
Second free throw by Winter on its way, rolls around, got it to stay down. They lead by 10 right now at 15-5. By the way, back into the ball game is Shelton for Crestwood, and they push it sideline to Curtis. Curtis across the timeline, a minute into our second quarter, and they'll set offensively now with Curtis. Bulldogs continue to go girl-to-girl defense. Top of the key with Shelton. Shelton covered, goes right side now there, and works it with Curtis. Curtis, top of the key, open for 3. Rupert, top of the key, got it for 3. And the Crestwood Cadets needing a basket. They're back within 7.
That's her second 3, so she's got 2 in a row.
Emma Driscoll, baseline to Pika, goes off her hands in the corner. It was deflected by Crestwood first, and Pika loses it out of bounds in the far corner, far side, and the ball goes back to the Cadets on the turnover.
I feel the Cadets feeling a little momentum. Maybe they try to get another basket. MFL MarMac got to try to get a stop here, get back into their flow.
And across the timeline is again the Bulldogs now picking them up. Just a half-court defense and girl-to-girl defense.
Girl, half-court.
Yeah, it started earlier going full court. Right side, it is Crestwood offensively with Curtis. Curtis back over to Memert. Memert trying to break down her defender, goes backdoor, driving in left side is Rupert. Rupert loses the ball, but able to somehow save it. Goes over to Curtis. Curtis for 3, shot no good, short, left it from the right wing, hit the side of the rim, went over the backboard. That's out of bounds, and the ball goes back to the Bulldogs.
Yeah, better ball movement that time by the Cadets, and able to get an open look for Charlie Curtis, but still not able to knock that outside shot down, so they're going to have to reset here.
Rough in the game. Driscoll checks out for MFL MarMac. 2 minutes into our second quarter. And right side with Ruff. In the corner to Winter. Winter at the free throw line, drives in left side, swoops in, the layup no good, but fouled on the drive in. And the foul committed there by Memert as Winter was able to get a step by her. So back to the free throw line for 2. And again, MFL MarMac has changed their offense from a season ago.
Yeah, more of a dribble drive, attack those gaps, and even with the freshman Blair Winter doing a nice job of attacking. And if you're Coach Bugenhagen and Coach Schubert, you love to see your post getting to the free throw line because that means somebody fouled her to get them there, and she's doing her job inside.
Winter's free throw is good, an 8-point lead for MFL MarMac. So 3 freshmen contributing for MFL MarMac. Second free throw good by Winter, makes them both, and they're back up by 9 at 17-8. Shelton brings it across the timeline offensively. And Shelton crossover dribble, but cut off at the lane. Goes left side in the corner. Rupert for three. Long off the side of the rim. Missed it from the left corner. And the shot went off the right side. Ruff, the rebound. Ruff back offensively. Olivia Driscoll open. Left side for three. She leaves that shot long from the left wing. And the rebound tracked down there by the Cadets in Rupert. And quickly is Curtis back across the offensive end. Curtis, top of the key, stepping into a three. A deep three by Meemert. Leaves it short, but Muller's the offensive rebound. Puts it back up and in from the left side. Did not box out underneath. And the Cadets pull back within 7. And now some full court pressure by Crestwood. Across the timeline is Pika. Pika, right side on the wing. Gets a step by her defender. Pulls up. 8-foot shot. Floating along the baseline. Leaves it short. And the rebound pulled down there by Crestwood and Rupert. Quickly back offensively is Shelton. Shelton down low to Mullers. Mullers up and in. Scores from the right side. And again, good push by Crestwood into the block area. Back within 5. Here's Pika. Right side for three. Grazes the front of the rim. Shot is no good. And the rebound pulled down here by Crestwood. Back offensively, Crestwood's going to throw it away as they were trying to work it ahead to Mullers, but overshot. And the ball goes back to the Bulldogs on the turnover. Into the game is Emma Driscoll, and also back in there is Schutte into the game, and Chloe Schutte. Checking out is Keener along with Pika. Meanwhile, Crestwood brings in number 13 in Reilly, and Reilly checking in, and who checked out of the game there? I believe checking out there was Shelton.
Yeah, I think Shelton, and she's on the bench. I don't know if she got bumped into, banged into, but they're checking her out there at the bench.
All right, top of the key, Blair Winter open. Top of the key for three, cupped in and out, no good. Rebound knocked out of there, but picked up by Reilly for Crestwood off the left side as we approach the halfway point of our second quarter. Driving in, right side is Reilly, but the shot altered by Blair Winter. Olivia Driscoll ahead of the pack to Schutte, who catches it, but could not get off the right foot to go up for the layup and ended up taking an awkward shot, and it banked it long, but Crestwood loses the ball out of bounds, and it goes back to MFL MarMac.
Yeah, both of these teams, starting to be one and done on both ends of the court, not able to get those offensive rebounds. And that might be something that they're going to talk about at halftime.
All right, so a couple of Crestwood Cadets check out. Meemert along with Rupert. Meanwhile, inbounds the ball lost by Driscoll off the right side. The Bulldogs turn it over. Back into the game for Crestwood is number 23 in Ullum. Also coming in as well as number 15 in Gallagher. Meanwhile, Fritz comes back in, and Olivia Driscoll checks out. So the Bulldogs led by 9 in the first quarter. In the first half, I should say. It's 5 right now, midway through the second quarter. Right side, Curtis, step behind the arc. Right side for three. Aired it out on the left side, but the weak side rebound pulled down by the Cadets. Back over to Curtis. Curtis goes between two defenders, drives in, and a blocking call as it was Emma Driscoll trying to draw a charge off the right side of the lane. Foul on the floor, I believe. Nope, they're going to say she was on her way up. And the ball, nope, they're going to go side out.
They're going to go underneath. Yeah, she was not on her way up. That's going to be on the floor.
Thought that was a little bit strange to have that situation.
That's a lot of continuation.
Yeah, no kidding. And inbounds to Mullers. Even in the NBA, they say that's a lot of continuation. Mullers, elbow area, gets it inbounds and a reach-in foul committed by MFL MarMac. And that is the third foul on the Bulldogs. The Cadets have also committed 3. That is the first foul on Ruff. Off the right side of the basket is where Crestwood will take it out of bounds. Ullum inbound. She just rolls along the baseline into Mullers, who fed it right back to the jump shooter in Reilly. And Reilly hits the 15-footer. The Cadets back within 5.
That's just too easy.
Winter, top of the key to Ruff. Left side, Evelyn Fritz, left wing for 3. Leaves it short. Rebound tracked down by Crestwood. It's one and done. Meanwhile, as she gets the rebound, she is quickly tied up. As Gallagher got the rebound, tied up underneath, but it goes back to Crestwood on the alternate possession rule.
Yeah, just a little short on the shot, but Crestwood not taking care of the basketball there and easily tied up, but they're going to retain possession here.
Keener back in as Blair Winter checks out with 3.5 to go here in this opening half. And again, our score 17-14. Another score to pass along at the half. Turkey Valley leads Clayton Ridge by a score of 34-8. Meanwhile, Crestwood, as they bring it in the offensive end, actually double dribbled with the basketball uncontested, really.
Yeah, nobody was guarding and just picked it up, touched it with the other hand, and dribbled it again. So another turnover there for the Cadets.
Backcourt area, it is Emma Driscoll, pressured, but brings it into the offensive end to Ruff. Ruff left baseline, bounce feed over to Schutte. Her shot just inside the right block. It is no good, left it short. And the rebound pulled down there by Crestwood and Gallagher. And Curtis back in the offensive end for Crestwood. And they work it over right side, looking for Moeller in the lane. Feeds it back to Gallagher, but the ball knocked away, though she tracks it down. Left side off the elbow, jump shot by Ullum. It is up and in, circled around, got it to stay down. This is an 8-0 run here by Crestwood, and they're back within 1.
Yeah, just a nice knockdown shot there by Ullum, and made this a ball game.
Left side, Driscoll, and a reach-in foul committed by Crestwood. That'll be the 4th foul. Bulldogs, again, putting up 17 points, and suddenly they went cold offensively.
Yeah, they really have. After those free throws, Winter hit 4 of 4 free throws here in the second quarter, and since then, it's gotten really quiet for them.
Ruff and Emma Driscoll check out. Into the game, Pika, along with Olivia Driscoll. Meanwhile, Gallagher checks out for the Cadets. Meemert back into the ball game. So both these teams, again, not afraid to use their bench so far in this game. Inbounds to Olivia Driscoll. It's knocked away by Gallagher, but the loose ball, Keener tried to save it out of bounds, but back into the hands of number 20 there. And once again, direction there, number 40 in Ludwig, and the ball goes back to Crestwood. But they lose it in the offensive end. Pika able to pull it away. Turned over as McCarville never really got a good handle on it. So the Bulldogs back offensively, clinging to a 1-point lead. Right side to Schutte, pass in and out of her hand. She was bumped from behind by Meemert, and another Bulldog turnover. Crestwood back into the offensive end now here. Top of the key, Reilly right side. They work it back over to Meemert now. Meemert drives baseline, cut off by Schutte. Back over left wing, and they'll work it there again with number 13 in Reilly. Reilly shot, no good. Tried to flip it up middle of the lane. Shot no good, and is peeking at the rebound. Tried to outlet it there. Believe the ball knocked away. Oh, they say last touch by MFL MarMac. An errant pass by Pika, who apparently had it go off her hands, trying to throw it out of bounds.
Yeah, trying to outlet that maybe, and thought maybe got a piece of it, but just went out of bounds.
And again, both of our officials had that play cornered, one on the baseline, one on the far sideline, so they're right on top of it. Crestwood trying to take a lead. Shelton at the top of the key area. Left side now here to Ullum. Ullum back over to Shelton. Shelton to Ullum. Ullum, right wing, open. There is McCarville. McCarville for 3, leaves it long off the side of the rim. Olivia Driscoll, the rebound for the Bulldogs. Driscoll back into the offensive end. Drives between 2 defenders and traveled with the basketball. Couldn't split the defenders. Crestwood, good straight-up defense. And a flood of turnovers here by MFL MarMac. They want a timeout. 1:47 left in the half. Bulldogs lead 17-16. Let's take this break.
Being good at life means getting your finances in order so you can focus on the moments that matter most. With over 175 years of experience, New York Life Insurance Company offers insurance and financial solutions you can benefit from while you're well living. For trusted guidance, contact your local agents, Andrew Reimer or Troy Springer with your Vision Financial Group, proudly located and serving the beautiful Guttenberg community. Call Andy or Troy at 563-252-2471. Start planning today for peace of mind tomorrow. Your Vision Financial Group is not owned or operated by New York Life.
17-16, our first time out of the ball game, taken by Coach Brian Bugenhagen of MFL MarMac. And again, the offense in a funk right now.
They are. They're just not finding that flow and, getting some opportunities, but it's been one and done. Defensively, just kind of out of sorts. So just regrouping here. Looks like they're going to pick them up full court girl-to-girl defense.
And again, you expect to see more of this for MFL MarMac, but yes, full court, and Winter will again play on the top of that, and they work it over top. And here's Crestwood with the fast break. Right side, they get the ball in transition to Ludwig and scores the layup from the right side. The pass from Shelton, throwing over the top there was Crestwood running the break to perfection. Olivia Driscoll on top. 10-0 run by Crestwood. Driscoll drives in, and as she drives in, I believe she is fouled on the drive in a reach-in committed by Crestwood. So that'll be now the 5th foul, and MFL MarMac will be in the bonus here for the final $1:31 of our first half.
Yeah, so we're gonna go to the free throw line here. Olivia Driscoll's gonna have a chance to maybe get a couple of freebies, but you see some of that youth coming out of MFL MarMac here, that inexperience, getting out of sorts, and maybe Coach Bugenhagen, Coach Schubert decided, hey, let's just regroup, figure something out, give a different look.
Free throw by Driscoll. It is good, and it's tied at 18 now here. That last foul was called on Shelton. That is her second foul. Meanwhile, Moeller's at the scorer's table, back into the game, and Ludwig checks out. So we're tied at 18 with 1:31 to go here in our first half. And the second free throw being eyed by Olivia Driscoll, trying to give the Bulldogs back the lead. Second free throw on its way. Rolled around, popped in and out. It is no good. Rebound lost out of bounds by Miemert as she was kind of fighting on the left side there along with Keener after the loose ball. Bulldogs maintain possession.
Yeah, ball just popped off of her body there, went out of bounds. So Bulldogs going to reset and run something.
Inbounds to Winter. Winter stopped at the elbow. Nice feed right side to a wide open Cora Keener. Lays it up and in. Bulldogs end up with 3 points that trip down, and they lead 20-17.
That was a beautiful pass from Blair Winter, going post to post on a little bounce pass.
Shelton across the timeline offensively, able to work through a pick set by Mollers. They try to work it in the lane, knocked away by Keener. As Keener able to stick on a leg there, kick it out of bounds. Crestwood will take it off the right side of their basket. So the impressive part right now we see for MFL MarMac is they're freshmen, but not afraid of anything right now.
They're not afraid of anything. They're going to play defense, and they're going to attack. So it's good to see.
The rest right side, taking it out of bounds, will be, again, Shelton. Shelton on the feed, gets it back into the corner now on the inbounds. Back right side to Miemert. Miemert wants to go one-on-one, looking in the lane, but nothing doing. Has to go back out on top, and she works it there with Shelton. Shelton with the shot clock at 10, drives along the baseline, pulls up, 15-footer, got it. Created a little spacing driving along the baseline off the right side, hit the 12-footer, and we're tied at 20.
Yeah, nice little pull-up jumper and knocked it down.
Pika, left side, fires up the three, banks it well along. Winter the rebound, but tied up underneath. Winter got the rebound along with Moeller there, and the jump ball keeps it down here off the right side for the Bulldogs. They have the alternate possession rule.
Pika's able to knock those shots down, but she's just been a little cold here in this first half and needs to find some confidence to knock them down.
Right side, Emma Driscoll will take it inbounds on top to younger sister Olivia, who tracks it down near center court. 35 seconds left in the half. Pika wide open, right side for three. It's off the back of the rim. Emma Driscoll gets the rebound, drives baseline, back in the corner. Pika, right side, another try. Aired that one out long. Rebound picked out of there. Loose ball on the court. We're going to have a jump ball. We've got two MFL MarMac girls down the court. We've got a Crestwood girl down there. Miemert for Crestwood. Emma Driscoll and Keener for MFL MarMac. Let's give it back to Crestwood on the alternate possession rule.
Yeah, just a couple of good looks that time for Casey Pika, not able to knock them down. And she's going to go to the bench here. Samantha Ruff's going to check in for her.
So 21 seconds to go here in our first half. And inbounds again. It will be Miemert. Miemert gets it inbounds to the corner. And across the timeline quickly there is once again in Shelton, but has the ball knocked away by Emma Driscoll. Driscoll, the steal and then fouled. And with 14 seconds left in the half, Bulldogs to shoot some more free throws.
Yeah, this is what's nice about being in the bonus. You're going to go down, walk to the other end of the court, shoot a couple of freebies here, and a chance for Emma Driscoll to get into the scoring column for tonight.
And again, the first foul committed by Ullum, and Driscoll to the free throw line for two. Trying to give the Bulldogs back the lead. Free throw is good. One thing you can see right now is MFL MarMac a pretty good free throw shooting team.
They are. They've been knocking down some shots here in this first half, and that's a dangerous weapon to have in your pocket all year long.
And it's really helped them put up 21 points in this half. Second free throw, that one short. We jinxed the shooter. And the rebound pulled down by Miemert. So it's 21-20. Bulldogs in the lead. Backcourt area, good pressure defense as Reilly pressured by, once again, Olivia Driscoll. Behind the back gets by her. They go left side. Rupert drives in the lane to Moeller. Shot blocked out of there, and that's how the first half comes to an end. Rough, good recovering defense in the lane, and the Bulldogs go to the half with a 21-20 lead. When we return, first half stats, scores from across the area. You're listening to Upper Iowa Conference Basketball on KCTN, Garnavillo, Elkader, Iowa.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
Alpine Communications believes connected communities become thriving communities. We are the local telephone company that became a 21st century communications provider. Alpine provides internet, television, cellular security, and telephone too. We promise personal, timely, reliable service from people who live here. When you choose us, we all thrive. Connect with Alpine Communications today. Click alpinecom.net or call 563-245-4000.
Strawberry Building Supply offers all your building materials for residential and commercial projects. Whether you're building from the ground up, remodeling your home, or a weekend project, we have the materials you'll need. We are an authorized Milwaukee dealer for all your Milwaukee tools. Strawberry Building Supply also has everything you'll need for your pets and livestock. Stop into Strawberry Building Supply today at 413 West Mission Street, Strawberry Point, or call 563-933-4579.
Hey, Justin Birdnow here from Birdnow Chevrolet in Monona. I want to take a moment to wish all the local athletes good luck during their game. You have worked incredibly hard and it shows during each game. Myself and the entire Birdnow Chevrolet Monona team is wishing you all that you do your best and good luck.
Central State Bank provides a complete line of lending services to help you get the best out of life, from home mortgages and equity loans to vehicle and personal loans. We have expert lending professionals who will work with you to provide options to address your needs. At Central State Bank, you won't deal with a branch or department, you'll deal with a banker who is dedicated to you. Central State Bank, member FDIC.
Mom, yeah, put that on my to-do list. There is more and more on my to-do list every day. I can hardly keep up, and I have to make sure everyone is paid. But who has time for the bills?
You know who can help with that?
Who?
Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping. They not only do taxes, but specialize in bookkeeping services as well. Has your to-do list gotten too long? Want help? Give Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping a call at 563-245-2154.
Bulldog Cadet Basketball is brought to you in part by Nick's Excavating and Kane Construction in Farmersburg, T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona, St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service, Growl Logs and Lumber in Elkader, Timber is a Crop, Harvest Wisely, Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont, Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg and Elkader, LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville, Elkader Chiropractic Center Dr. Jamie Hammersland, and Innovative Ag Services in Elkader, Monona, and Waukon.
At the half, MFL MarMac leads 21-20. Bulldogs had a 9-point lead. The Crestwood Cadets came back and actually took a 1-point lead. It is MFL MarMac leading 21-20 here at the half. Let's update you on scores across the area. First off, New Hampton leads North Fayette Valley at the end of 3, 31-22. At the end of 1, Central leads Tripola 18-8. At the half, Turkey Valley leads Clayton Ridge 34-8. And at the end of the first quarter, Waterloo East leads Edgewood Colesburg by a score there of 24-9. Bulldogs lead by 1. We turn things over to Coach Aaron Hammond. Let's go through the first half totals.
For the Bulldogs, they're led by Blair Winter with 8 points, 4 points for Chloe Schutte, 4 points for Olivia Driscoll, 4 points for Cora Keener, 1 point for Emma Driscoll, so 21 points for the Bulldogs. They were 0 of 9 behind the arc, but 6 of 17 from inside, so that's 35%. And 8 of 11 from the free throw line, 73%.
And again, that has really helped them out offensively in a night when you're not shooting well.
Yeah, when you're not shooting well, especially that second quarter, they knocked down 6 of 8 free throws. That helps out a lot.
All right, let's go to the rest of the totals now.
For Crestwood, they're led by Kieran Rupert with 6 points. We've got 4 points for Kenzie Mollers, 2 points for Charlie Curtis, 2 points for Mia Shelton, 2 points for Peyton Ullum, 2 points for Hadley Reilly, and 2 points for Hope Ludwig, so 20 points altogether. They were 2 of 12 behind the arc, 7 of 15 inside the arc. That's 47%, but 9 of 27 overall. So shooting 33%, much better than MFL MarMac's 23. But they haven't shot a free throw yet. So they are 0% from the free throw line, and that's what's kept MFL MarMac in this ball game. Both teams, Crestwood with 11 turnovers, MFL MarMac with 13. We expected first game of the season, some of that, but pretty even right there.
Yeah, those will be figures that they'll get through, and as the season goes on, they'll get better at that. But again, you're trying to figure out, both these teams are adjusting to several new players. Crestwood's played 10. I think MFL MarMac has played, 9 in the first half?
A lot of girls playing, and like you said, first game of the year, you're trying to figure out what can we do, who can do it, and what role is everybody going to kind of fill, and just trying to play some different combinations.
All right, couple of more scores now. Central and Tripola are at the half, 26-19, and Waterloo East and Edco are at the half, and it's 35-15. Waterloo East in the lead. So Central leads by 7, East leads Edco by 20. We'll take a break. When we return, we'll talk about what's coming up Tuesday night in the second half of this game. You're listening to Bulldog Basketball from KCTN Sports.
Edgewood Auto and Towing is an automotive repair shop, tire dealer, and 24/7 towing service. We offer full service work on all autos and semis. Our highly skilled mechanics provide quality workmanship and will get you back on the road in a timely manner. Check out our current tire rebates by calling 563-928-7333 or stopping into Edgewood Auto and Towing for complete terms and conditions.
Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping are proud supporters of all of our local high school sports teams. We want to wish everyone the best of luck on their season. We are here for all your tax, payroll, and bookkeeping needs. Give us a call at 563-245-2154. Again, that number is 563-245-2154. Thank you from Kurt and Ann at Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping, located in downtown Elkader.
NEAT is connecting more and more homes and businesses to reliable, fast broadband internet in Northeast Iowa. NEAT's fiber optic network has expanded and is now offering speeds up to 1 gig in and around Monona, Luena, St. Olaf, Farmersburg, Postville, and surrounding rural areas. NEAT Fiber provides high-quality internet, television, and telephone services at the speed of light. For more information on how to upgrade your speed and services, visit NEITEL.com or call today 877-638-2122. NEAT, connecting you now.
Epic Wear. Get personalized clothing for your school, your team, family, friends, business, or any event. Epic Wear has a huge range of customizable apparel, trophies, and awards. They offer free design help or design your own apparel at getepicwear.com, and you can even set up a free website for your fundraiser. Epic Wear, walk on. Call 563-568-2301 to place your order today.
People's State Bank is a locally owned and managed bank with convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin and northeast Iowa. If you're looking for a place where you're more than just a number, but still have access to convenient technology and low fees, People's State Bank is it. As a community bank, they're proud to support many of the local charities, county fairs, community events, and more. When you become a part of People's State Bank, you can be confident that you're standing with a good cause. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
Bulldog Cadet Basketball is brought to you in part by Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door, TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont, Myers Auto Service in Monona, Clayton County Recycling in Monona, Farmer Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, Arlington, Elgin, and Wadena, member FDIC, Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader, Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah, and by Car Auto Group, online at karautogroup.com.
Welcome back to Cresco. 21-20 is our score. Again, the reason why we're here tonight is because last year we knew they played such a competitive ball game. But this looked like tonight, well, everybody was on the road to begin with, but this looked like tonight, like this could be a big matchup to start the season.
Yeah, they played a one-point ball game last year where 1 point at halftime, so it's everything we expected to be, despite, some of the first game sloppiness here or there, or, helter-skelter at times, but they both these teams came out with a purpose to start that first quarter, and I'm curious to see how the halftime adjustments come.
All right, Dan, obviously, I think the big concern for both these teams is we've got to be better in the half court. Too many turnovers in this game for both clubs.
Too many turnovers, and I think both these teams would like to see some second chance opportunities on the offensive glass, because for a while there, both teams were one and done, run to the other end, one and done, run to the other end. They got to get that second chance opportunities, crash the boards a little bit.
All right, now for MFL MarMac, starting this second half here, I think they feel good about what their offense can do. I think they saw a good stretch of it when they increased the lead to 9 points.
They did, and I'm curious if Crestwood's going to try to pressure the ball a little bit here, make MFL MarMac go full length of the court when they handle it instead of letting them just bring it up the court, because I think they could pressure a little bit. I think MFL MarMac can do the same. They just need to cover that post a little stronger, because the Cadets found a little success inside the paint there in the second quarter.
All right, so again, it is 21-20, Bulldogs in the lead as we get ready to start this second half. And again, Crestwood went on a nice run to work their way to a 1-point lead, but the Bulldogs end up with a 1-point lead there as we start the second half. It will be Emma Driscoll, Blair Winter, also Olivia Driscoll, Pika, and Keener. That's the starting 5 for MFL MarMac. For the Cadets, it'll be Rupert out there. Also out there as well is Shelton, Mollers, and they will also start out there in Curtis And our last starter there is Miemert. I believe we got all 5.
Yep.
And the Bulldogs get the ball to start this second half. And they go to the backcourt to Olivia Driscoll, who brings it across the timeline. Both teams have played nothing but girl-to-girl defense throughout. Emma Driscoll left side to Keener on the left block, backs her way down, but cut off by Mollers. Back to Driscoll, little 1-foot runner from 8 feet away. Shot no good off the left side. Rebound pulled down there by Crestwood and Miemert. So Miemert back offensively to Shelton. Shelton, crossover dribble at the free throw line, cut off by Driscoll. Right side, that's Rupert, open for 3, leaves it along off the side of the rim. Mollers gets the rebound, saves it back out on top to Curtis. Curtis back right wing now to Shelton. Shelton left wide open, 17-foot jump shot, rattled around, got it to stay down. Miscommunication defensively, and the Cadets score first and retake the lead here in our second half.
Yeah, Mia Shelton shot that with confidence there and able to knock it down, force them to have to come out and guard her.
Emma Driscoll in the offensive end, goes left side to Olivia Driscoll. Driscoll in the lane to Winter. Winter takes a drop step move, goes by the outstretched arms of Miemert, puts it up and in. Nice aggressive move there, use the glass. 1-point lead for the Bulldogs. Back offensively, quickly is Curtis for Crestwood. Drives between 2 defenders and tied up. Olivia Driscoll reaching in on the drive. Jump ball stays down here with the Cadets.
Yeah, Olivia Driscoll, the freshman, very opportunistic there as the ball went by, just kind of reached out, tied it up, and make Crestwood reset here with the offensive set under the hoop.
And they'll take it again left side, a step away from the baseline area along the backboard. And inbounds to Mollers at the high post. Back to Shelton. Shelton, top of the key now, works it again with Miemert. Miemert left side. Curtis gets her defender to go by, but has to work it on top. That's Shelton open, top of the key for 3. Shot is no good. And Samantha Ruff just quickly back into the ball game, able to seal out and get the rebound for the Bulldogs. Emma Driscoll back offensively, drives in. Nobody stops the ball. She stops from the left side, banks it up and in. Bulldogs go back up by 3. Miscommunication by the Cadets. Rupert traveled with the basketball. And Coach Buchenhagen helping make that call on the sideline with the official right beside him. And yes, that was the correct call.
He was right on top of that call. He's like, oh, she shuffled her feet. And yeah, you're right. She did. Give the ball back to the Bulldogs.
Ruff to Olivia Driscoll in the offensive end here for the Bulldogs. And they'll go top of the key to Emma Driscoll, thrown behind her, but she tracks it down, gets a step by her defender, kicks it baseline. Olivia Driscoll for 3, got it from the left corner. 6-point lead for MFL MarMac as the Driscoll girls combine for a basket. Here is Curtis, drives in the lane, a little floater, 8 feet away, no good. Olivia Driscoll, the rebound to Blair Winter. Winter crossover dribble, uses the left hand, it's up and in. And a great run for the Bulldogs to start the second half. They lead by 8.
I would think if Crestwood can't get a basket here, a good look, they might need to take a timeout and talk this over.
Backcourt area, they try to push it ahead to Rupert. Rupert in the offensive end, in the corner now to Miemert. Miemert loses it in a reach-in foul, I believe, committed there by MFL MarMac.
I think that foul is going to go against Olivia Driscoll. Got a little aggressive there, got a piece of the arm, didn't get to the ball.
Cadets make their first substitution of the half. Curtis will check out. Into the ball game is Reilly. Meanwhile, it is Blair, actually Keener checking out, and into the game for them is once again Chloe Schutte. So another freshman for MFL MarMac. And off the right side, it will be Shelton. Shelton to Moeller, the pass knocked away, and the officials are going to converge there and kind of talk, look at each other and say, let's give it to stay down here with Crestwood.
And they both looked at each other, and the one goes, I got it. We're staying here. Give it back to Crestwood.
And they continue that conversation of where that ball should be taken out of bounds. So our officials stay where they are set. And Luther Linderbaum getting it inbounds now to Shelton. Shelton actually inbounds, takes a deep 3, deep right corner, and the ball, it's a wedge shot. Wedged it between the rim and backboard. It is a jump ball, and it goes to MFL MarMac, our first wedge shot of the season.
And that went in clean, and I think all the girls are looking at each other. Luther Linderbaum's going, I can't get up there and get this ball.
Luther is about 5'8". That's not going to happen. So as Crestwood assistant coach has come out to try to jump up. He's going to make a second effort at it. Can't get to it. 10 or 15 years ago he could have. And how about a Crestwood kid coming over to help out here? Jumps up for it, able to knock it out of there. How about that? All right. I believe one of the cadet boys basketball players.
I don't know. I don't know if that's a fan or a player, but he definitely had the hops to get that thing out of there.
Let's give props to that assistant coach for the great effort,
At least
right?
the effort,
Put himself out there in front of this crowd. So here is in the offensive end, the Bulldogs leading by 8. Driscoll in the corner to Ruff. Ruff to Schutte. The ball knocked away by Mollers from behind. Mollers used her strength and basically took them all away. And the Bulldogs here fall back on defense. Meanwhile, right side to Reilly. Reilly in the lane. Mollers, post-up shot, leaves it. Strong had a good look from off the right block. Driscoll back into the offensive end to Ruff. That's Emma Driscoll to Ruff. Crossover dribble, drives in, loses it. Cut off on the baseline, kicks it in the corner. Blair Winter, deep left side for 3. It's 2. Foot was on the line, but this is a 10-point lead, an 11-0 run by MFL MarMac.
Yeah, they've come out the second half of the third quarter just on fire and been able to get stops, but making some silly fouls, and I thought Olivia Driscoll was going to get one there.
But she did not, as the Cadets took a timeout. 4:50 left in the third. Bulldogs suddenly lead by 10. Let's take this break.
Scooters Coffee in Manchester offers a variety of coffees, smoothies, blenders, and breakfast food products served all day long. Scooters Coffee offers fast and friendly service, too. In a hurry? Use the Scooters Coffee app to order, pay, and earn rewards. Simply stop at the drive-thru window and pick up your order. Scooters Coffee is open Monday through Saturday, 5:30 a.m. till 8 p.m. and Sunday, 6 a.m. till 8 p.m. We look forward to seeing you at Scooters Coffee in Manchester.
That is our second timeout of the ball game. Both of them have been 30-second timeouts. And both these teams, we have no problem with this. They love to hang on to those timeouts to the later stages.
They do, and now that we've said that, both teams sat down. So I don't know if they switched it to a full, but they're talking this over, and I think Coach Johnson over there for the Cadets is like, we got to regroup, we got to get a stop, we got to start cleaning the boards, and we got to get better looks on the offensive end.
Yeah, Crestwood scored the first basket to start the third quarter. Meanwhile, in just a little over 3 minutes, MFL MarMac is on an 11-0 run.
Yeah, and they're doing inside, doing it outside, and playing really stingy defense and causing some fits here for the Cadets.
So it is Crestwood's basketball. They'll take it in front of their bench on the far side, and Rupert will take it inbounds. And the Bulldogs continue girl-to-girl defense, and they work it on top now here to Shelton. Shelton at the elbow area, actually behind that at the free throw volleyball area, goes backdoor to Rupert. Her shot leaves it strong in the backdoor cut. Moeller got the rebound, fouled from behind by Olivia Driscoll. So Moeller to the free throw line for Crestwood. And again, this will be their first attempt of the game, right?
Yeah, this is their first free throw attempts of the ball game here midway through our third quarter.
Second foul on Olivia Driscoll. Second foul on MFL MarMac this third quarter. So to the free throw line is Moeller's. Free throw on its way. It's off the back of the rim. Missed it to the left, and she'll get another opportunity. So the Cadets trying to stop this run by MFL MarMac. During that timeout, Evelyn Fritz has checked back into the game for the Bulldogs. Second free throw on its way there. It is good. So Moeller's makes 1 of 2, and the Cadets pull back within 9. And a little bit more pressure by Crestwood, but
some three-quarter, a little token pressure just to slow the ball down.
And now we have a timeout taken here. We've got a stoppage of play, and we had, I believe, we have maybe a player that needs to come back in, or
I don't know what's going on here, but they've got someone checking in, and maybe it's a clock issue.
Well, it's actually substitution-wise, as.
But this is strange because MFL MarMac had the ball, so I'm not sure what's going on.
Well, checking out is Rupert. Also checking out there is Meemert. Coming back into the ball game is Gallagher. And also back into the game is Curtis. So I believe the situation was.
I think it was a made free throw.
Well, no, and Gallagher was on the court, and she has to stay out there till after the completion of the play. Meanwhile, the once again foul underneath committed by MFL MarMac. Actually, it is a foul on Ruff, and everybody's going back to the other end, but it stays down here, folks, and it will be the Cadets basketball off the right side. All right, backcourt area. And they will again bring it up the far sideline now with Shelton actually near side. Back to Moeller's, back over to Shelton. Shelton goes left side, and they work it on over there with Reilly. Top of the key, back to Curtis. Gets a step by her defender, drives in the lane, but took an extra step, traveled with the basketball. Right idea. Driving in right side, but the Cadets turn it over.
Yep, and those turnovers continue to add up. They're up to 13 turnovers to match the 13-14 that MFL MarMac has. So just a little cleaner, but not quite there yet.
And here is Olivia Driscoll across the timeline offensively. 4 minutes left in our third quarter. Evelyn Fritz, baseline drives in, stops, left side, Blair Winter, left wing for 3, leaves it long, but Fritz got the rebound underneath. Did a nice job boxing out Curtis. That's the first whistle against the Cadets as Curtis had to reach in from behind.
Well, we talked how good of a job Evelyn Fritz does rebounding and using her body for positioning, and once again, had inside position, had a path to the ball, and forced the defender to come over her back to go get it.
All right, a final score. New Hampton wins their Upper Iowa Conference debut 50-35 over North Fayette Valley. Meanwhile, now. Bulldogs offensively. Schutte drives in left side, puts it over the rim, driving in. Bulldogs up by 11 points. That is their biggest lead of the night. Backcourt area again. They push it offensively with Gallagher. Gallagher right side, try to go baseline to, once again, Curtis. Curtis on the right sideline area, goes back out on top now here to Reilly. Looking in the lane for Moeller, back right side, Curtis at the elbow, cut off by Fritz. Back over right side to Shelton. Shelton with it in the lane to Moellers on the right block. Moellers turns, fires that right block shot, banks it up and in. Able to position herself on the spin move, and they're back within 9.
That's a good-looking shot from Moellers, and I think Crestwood needs to get the ball in her hands at least to draw that defense in a little bit.
Olivia Driscoll has it right side offensively. Back out on top to Ruff. Ruff gets a step by her defender. She drives in, right-handed layup, leaves it strong, but gets her own rebound to the left, but loses it out of bounds. Try to track it down out of bounds, and it goes back to the Cadets. Another score to pass along. Turkey Valley leads Clayton Ridge 46-8 at the end of 3. And that is a Clayton Ridge team that has to replace a couple of really good seniors for them.
Well, and that means they did not score in that third quarter because that was a 34-8 at halftime. So a good defensive stint there by the Trojans.
And Reilly checks out along with Moellers. Meanwhile, the inbounds pass lost out of bounds by Crestwood.
Well, they tried to throw it in bounds, and it was tipped by Driscoll right back to the girl out of bounds, and she caught it.
Yeah.
So that's out on Crestwood. Give the ball back to the Bulldogs.
I was checking Crestwood and the substitutions they were making. Inbounds, Keener gets it by her defender. Bank shot, banks it well long. It is no good. Rebound save to Fritz. Fritz on the wing, shot no good. Keener saves it back, but the ball lost on the court. Finally picked up by Fritz in a lot of traffic. And Fritz steps between 2 defenders with her right foot. I think she traveled on the way in. No, she's fouled. Fritz somehow spinning there in the middle of the lane. Took that Euro step to the right into the free throw line for 2.
And the left-hander is going to have to go earn them, but she had a good open look there, not able to knock that down. Saved the ball, had another opportunity there, but fouled on the way in.
So for Fritz, again, this is 2. Third foul, by the way, committed by Ludwig for Crestwood. Meanwhile, Ludwig will check out, and into the game for them is number 42, and that is Maren Vitved into the game. 2.5 here in our third quarter. 2 fouls now committed by Crestwood, 3 by MFL MarMac. Fritz, second free throw on its way. It is good. They'll make 1 of 2. And it's a 10-point lead for MFL MarMac.
Full court pressure here by the Bulldogs again, just girl-to-girl pressure.
Shelton, right side across the timeline. They get it to Ullum. Ullum with it now. Top of the key now to Shelton. Shelton, right side with Curtis. Curtis back on over there to Shelton. Shelton just off the top of the key. Cut off at the free throw line. Cadets desperately needing a basket. And cut off left side is Ullum. Ullum to Curtis. Curtis at the free throw line. Back to Ullum. Ullum from the elbow. 15-footer. Forced the shot. No good. Trying to save the rebound out of bounds is Vitved, but it goes back into the hands of the Bulldogs. Olivia Driscoll back offensively. Drives in. Runner. Leaves it short. No good. Good straight-up defense there by Shelton. Cadets clear the rebound back into the offensive end. Shelton on top, and it is again to Curtis. Curtis with nobody picking her up because Olivia Driscoll was down on the court. The layup is good, and Driscoll holding her head, which is a major concern here for MFL MarMac. So they let the play go through. So the basket is by Curtis with an 8-point lead, and you're going to double-check everything here on the sideline for MFL MarMac with Olivia Driscoll.
Yeah, she went down pretty hard on that play and hit the deck, and of course, they had the advantage. Crestwood finishes the play, but now we're going to stop play, get her off, and get her checked out and see how things are.
And again, Crestwood helping out with a physician down in that area. Their on-site person they have here. It goes back to MFL MarMac with an 8-point lead. And Samantha Ruff has it at the free throw line. Drives in, pulls up, 8-foot shot. It is blocked. Blocked by Gallagher, but apparently got part of the arm. And Ruff will go to the free throw line for 2, and they have taken Olivia Driscoll to the locker room to be looked at.
Yeah, they're going to go check her out, make sure everything's okay there. But is it Pika back on the court for her?
Yep.
Is that who checked in?
And Pika, of course, one of 2 seniors on the team for MFL MarMac. And the other senior, Cora Keener. Ruff to the free throw line, and that shot is no good. It is off to the left.
Boy, as good as they shot free throws in that first half, they have been ice cold here in the second half and not knocking down anything.
Another final score to pass along. Turkey Valley in a fast-moving quarter number 4 with the moving clock defeated Clayton Ridge tonight by a final score of 55-16. Ruff's second free throw leaves it short, grazes the front of the rim, and the rebound pulled down by the Cadets. Back across the timeline is Curtis. Curtis right side to, again, Reilly. Reilly back over on top, the right side now to Meemert. Meemert stopped at the free throw line and brings it back out on top. And driving through is Reilly. In the corner, right side to Curtis. Curtis for three. Grazes the side of the rim from the right wing. No good, but the rebound by Vitved. And they work it back out on top. However, driving in backdoor is Curtis. On the feed from Rupert. Shot no good, but fouled on the drive up. Nice backdoor cut by Curtis.
Yeah, and a great entry pass there by Rupert. She's knocked down a couple of threes in this game, keeping the ball alive there, and then a nice backdoor pass. The senior, Kieran Rupert, quietly having a really nice ball game. Maybe not shows in the stats as much, but doing a nice job.
Charlie Curtis averaged 15 points a game a season ago. Free throw there, it is good, and is a senior, so the leading scorer returning for the Cadets. Meanwhile, Emma Driscoll checks out. Blair Winter into the ball game for MFL MarMac. 7-point lead now with 1:11 left in the third.
Yeah, both teams continuing to sub pretty freely here, going pretty deep in their bench, trying to find the right combination.
Second free throw being eyed by Curtis. That one leaves it short, and Winter gets the rebound off the right side of the basket. Winter loses it, double teamed in the backcourt, saves it back to Ruff, and they'll bring it into the offensive end now with Ruff. Ruff left side, guarded by Reilly. Ruff drives in, and Reilly a hand check, and that'll be the fourth whistle on the floor on the drive in. Inside a minute left here in the third.
MFL MarMac's going to take that off on the left side of their basket here, and look for them to maybe get this ball inside to Winter.
That was the second foul, by the way, on Reilly. So both teams with 4 fouls here in the third quarter, and now we've got another conversation going on here.
Yeah, Luther Linderbaum talking to the Crestwood coach here, and she's got a question about maybe what he saw on that.
Well, it's interesting that we haven't started play yet here again, so he wants to take time to have that conversation. So anyway, as Coach Johnson steps away from that, and we go back to action. Inbounds, Winter. Winter back over to Ruff on the left side. And the Bulldogs reset in the offensive end, leading 35-28, and we've got a offensive foul. No, we got a 5-second violation. Yeah.
Closely guarded, yeah.
Ruff was being guarded there by Reilly, and the officials say close enough there. Add the 5 seconds going, and the turnover gives it back to Crestwood.
Yeah, said she didn't go, didn't make any motion to go anywhere, so we're going to go 5-second call, give the ball back to the Cadets.
Yep, figured that, again, the defender was close enough. So Crestwood gets the ball, inbounds thrown into a double team, and an automatic jump ball there as Curtis caught it off her hip and then was tied up by Ruff, but it goes back to Crestwood on the alternate possession rule.
Yep, they're gonna stay with this light pressure here, three-quarter court pressure, and force them to pull the ball in the backcourt.
And backcourt area, they have to go center court, and they throw it away. Well, the officials are going to talk. Our backside official has it going to Crestwood. Luther Linderbaum on the other end has it going to MFL MarMac. So they tried to go up the sideline to Rupert is what happened, and they're going to go to MFL MarMac.
Well, and I think that Coach Johnson's talking, I think Pika went off Pika's hands, but he said he had a better look at it, and it said it went off a Crestwood girl.
And again, between those two defenders, he probably did, because our backside official there was looking behind the play.
Yep.
So inbounds to MFL MarMac, and Pika goes to the backcourt there with, once again, Fritz. So MFL MarMac showing that they've got a number of girls that can handle the ball into the offensive end. Fritz left side to Winter at the free throw line. Winter cut off, back on top to Pika. Pika right side, crossover dribble, drives in the lane, kicks it baseline, Ruff open, deep left corner for three, got it! Great kick out by Pika, Bulldogs go back up by 9.
Great recognition to be able to see her, and here's a silly foul in the backcourt by Ruff.
And again, Ruff committing the 5th foul on MFL MarMac. She was pressuring Reilly to the free throw line, and this is 2 with 23 seconds to go in our third quarter.
Yeah, just getting into the bonus here, but again, that was 60 feet away from the hoop, and you cause that foul, and you're going to give them some free throws.
And that's the 4th foul on Ruff, so you're already a little bit short at guard with Olivia Driscoll out with an injury. Free throw there, it is good, rolling over the rim by Reilly, and they're back within 8 right now. So Emma Driscoll comes back into the ball game. And 23.7 seconds to go here in our third quarter.
And Olivia Driscoll is not back on the bench, so she's still being checked out by the trainer.
And again, there's lots of steps that they have to go through there. As the second free throw by Reilly, it is good. And it's a 7-point lead for MFL MarMac. Driscoll back across the timeline offensively. Emma Driscoll, that is, has it at the volleyball line. Goes off a pick right side. And to Winter, wide open, 17-footer, step behind the free throw line, nails it. And that's a shot that she's going to hit at about a 75 or 80% clip. Bulldogs go back up by 9. 5 seconds left in the quarter. Left side into the offensive end of Vitved. Vitved left side open along the baseline for 3. Really the shot no good. Left it long. And the third quarter comes to an end. Bulldogs led by 1 at the half. They lead by 9 as we go to the fourth at 39-30.
Northern Country Co-op and Viafield are now Nexus Cooperative, your full-service ag partner supplying all your agronomy, energy, feed, grain, and lumber needs. Our highly knowledgeable and experienced team utilizes the latest technology in feed manufacturing, agronomy services, precision ag, plant and animal nutrition, energy products, and grain marketing to keep our customers ahead of the rest. Stop in today at any of our 26 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota, or visit us online at nexus.coop.
Bulldog Cadet Basketball is brought to you in part by the Loena Savings Bank, member FDIC, Bacon Concrete in Postville, Furniture Showcase in Allwine, Lighting Showroom, Flooring, Furniture, and Window Treatments, Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona, Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa, Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at guttenberghospital.org. And Rivals Inc., custom gear, screen printing, embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. 39-30, MFL MarMac outscoring Crestwood in that third quarter, 18-10. So they lead by a score of 39-30 as we start our fourth quarter. What was the shooting like in the third quarter?
A little colder. MFL MarMac looks like they made 8 of 15, so about 50%, but only 1 of 4 from the free throw line. So a total difference there in that quarter for the Bulldogs.
To start the fourth quarter, it'll be Keener, Winter, also out there Pika. You have Fritz along with as well. Once again, that is Driscoll, and that will be Emma Driscoll to start this quarter. And backcourt to Emma Driscoll. Meanwhile, for Crestwood, Rupert out there, also Reilly. Number 42 plays as well in Vitved as they go right side to Winter. Misses the shot from the block. Keener keeps the rebound alive but couldn't save it out of bounds in the corner. It goes back to Crestwood. Also for Crestwood, Gallagher to start this quarter. Curtis out there. And I believe that is the 5 players we have set for you for Crestwood. So just underway in our fourth quarter. MFL MarMac's biggest lead is 11. Crestwood led early in the ball game by 4. Meanwhile, in the inbounds, Fritz ties up. Really in the far corner, far side, forces a jump ball, but it goes back to Crestwood.
Yeah, it's going to stay with Crestwood, but this full court pressure is really giving Crestwood some fits here.
And they'll take it along the baseline area. And having to go inbounds, problems, and in the backcourt, Curtis able to go back to the free throw line and get it. And Crestwood brings it into the offensive end. And on top, it is again their senior, Curtis. Curtis looking for Rupert, stops left wing area now with Reilly. Reilly, right side, cut off, back over left side to Gallagher. Gallagher with it, right side again, they work it with Curtis. So still plenty of time, 10 seconds on the shot clock, and left wing area to Gallagher. Gallagher works it on over to Reilly. Reilly takes an off-balance 8-foot shot. Somehow got it to go in. Actually falling away off the right side outside the lane. Back to a 7-point lead. Driscoll tries to go back into the offensive end, and it's intercepted by Rupert. Crestwood back in the offensive end, down by 7 with possession. Back over Ruff. Ruff left side. Rupert drives in, gets a step by Pika. The layup no good, but Pika got her with the body driving in. And Crestwood goes to the free throw line with Rupert for 2.
Well, if you're the coach for the Cadets, you like the aggressiveness that they've come out with in this fourth quarter. Attacking the basket, crashing the boards, and playing stingy defense so far. And it's been a nice change for them.
So a minute into our fourth quarter here. And it will be Rupert to the free throw line for 2. Free throw on its way. It is good. 3 players at the scorer's table for Crestwood. Moeller's coming back into the game. Also Shelton back in there. And Meemertz. Meanwhile, checking out for them is Reilly checking out. Also Gallagher checks out, as does Vitved. So the second free throw being eyed by Rupert. Free throw rolls around. Got it to stay down. And just like that, 5-point lead for MFL MarMac.
Yeah, and Crestwood turned up the defense a little bit here, pressuring the ball, trying to keep that entry pass from going inside.
Driscoll to Pika, right side. They try to go in the lane to Keener, and now over to Fritz, open, right side for 3, aired it out long. The left-handed shot goes out of bounds. Back to Crestwood. And the Bulldogs here, last couple of possessions down, unable to come up with anything.
Well, and that was the right play there. Keener was double teamed, so they kick it out to Fritz, just not able to knock that down.
Inbounds, backcourt area, again is Shelton. Shelton with it and able to beat the pressure, guarded by Blair Winter, but brings it into the offensive end. On top to Gallagher, back to Shelton. Bulldogs basically switching on picks, and they've got the kind of athleticism to do that. And Shelton backs her way up, wants to drive right side against Keener. Takes a step back, 15-footer, short off the side of the rim. And the rebound by Winter. Bulldogs look like they have some numbers. Winter hesitates, drives by, wraparound pass to Keener. Fouled from behind, bumped there by Shelton. Not a bad foul at all, by the way, by Shelton, because Keener was going to put it up from the left side with her behind her.
That was going to be a point-blank layup for Keener, so not a terrible foul. Make MFL MarMac take it out and reset the offense.
So checking out here is Pika along with Fritz, and Ruff comes back into the game. Keep in mind she has 4 fouls, and also into the game is Chloe Schutte, a freshman, back into the game, and 6:16 left in the fourth. Meanwhile, for Crestwood, back into the game for them is going to be Reilly, who jumps the passing lane, steals it away. Crestwood has numbers. Reilly left side, intercepted by Winter. Bulldogs get back defensively. Across the offensive end, they get it ahead to Schutte on a nice feed from Emma Driscoll, but too far underneath the basket. The layup was underneath the rim, and they come up empty in that transition.
That would have been a beautiful course of events there if they could have finished at the rim with the great steal and the great feed.
And here's Shelton, steps between 2 defenders, slides in from the left side. Maybe took an extra slide on that last step, but here's a 6-0 run by Crestwood, and they're back within 3.
Yeah, nice little step through by Zoe Maymert and finished strong.
Schutte wide open right side for 3. Got it. Fearless freshman there, and it's back to a 6-point lead for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, just shooting with confidence and knocked down a big bucket.
And some good flow going here. On top is Curtis. She drives in right side. Right-handed layup, circled around, touched every part of the rim, and rolls out to the right side. Ruff back offensively for MFL MarMac. And has the ball knocked away by Mollers, taken back away. Here's Crestwood back the other way. Driving in is Curtis, shot blocked by Winters, but a foul called on Winters. And heading to the free throw line will be Curtis for 2. Winters initially looked like she had a block, but got her with the body.
Yeah, got it with the body, and I think that other arm, that off arm, made a little contact there. So Charlie Curtis is going to have to go to the free throw line and earn these. But some flow out of the cadets. They're trying to get back into this. MFL MarMac's trying to answer.
So Curtis with 2. And the free throw on its way, it is good. The cadets who did not shoot a free throw in the first half getting to the line plenty in this second half. Rupert and Mollers check out. Into the game, Vitved back in there. And also in there as well is number 23 into the ball game, and Ullum back in. So Curtis with the second free throw, trying to make this now a 4-point game. Second free throw there, circled around, bounces around a couple of times, gets the hometown touch. It rolls through, and they're back within 4 at 42-38. Olivia Driscoll is back on the bench for MFL MarMac, but at the end of the bench. So we'll see what that plays out here. Winter open just inside the top of the key. 19-footer. It is good. 44-38 as we go inside 5 minutes left in the fourth.
As you said, fearless freshman knocks down the 15-footer with confidence.
And Driscoll, by the way, Olivia Driscoll moving her way up the scores, bench, I should say. So right side with the basketball on top to Curtis. Curtis left wing area now with Ullum. Ullum, top of the key to Meemer. Meemer drives in, a little shovel shot, no good. Rebound knocked away, goes off the foot of Ullum underneath, and it will go back to MFL MarMac. Olivia Driscoll has moved to the front of the bench.
Yeah, she's talking to, Coach Driscoll there, her dad. Hey, I think I'm feeling better, and I don't know if she's going in or if she's just up there to learn, but she's definitely engaged.
And again, they'll take every precaution. Meanwhile, the inbounds pass stolen away by Crestwood in the far corner, and then the cadets take a timeout. 4:29 to go. Olivia Driscoll, by the way, looks like going to the scores table. 44-38. Bulldogs in the lead. Let's take this break.
This is Dr. Jessica Wilkie, along with Dr. Foey, Dr. Bruner, and our staff here at Family Dentistry Associates of Monona. We are honored to sponsor winter sports and activities for the area schools. We're here to help keep those smiles healthy by providing all areas of general dentistry for children and adults, including same-day crowns, Invisalign, dentures, and implants. We thank our patients for their loyalty for the last 40 years and welcome new patients to join our dental family. Call us at 563-539-4651.
30-second timeout taken by Crestwood. Only the second timeout they have used. Bulldogs have only used one. 4:29 to go here in our fourth quarter. MFL MarMac leads 44-38. Their last 2 baskets scored by freshmen.
Yeah, and Crestwood got the steal, so they're looking to answer those baskets. But curious to see how this one shakes out. I think we're in for a good one here.
Olivia Driscoll is back into the ball game, by the way, for MFL MarMac. So that's certainly a positive to see. Really takes it out of bounds for Crestwood off the left side of the basket. Bounce pass in. She gets the feed back into the corner and now quickly works back into the lane to Vitved. Vitved back to Curtis. She drives in. Layup driving right side. Leaves it short. Rebound saved there by Meemer, but throws it away. It's picked up by Ruff. Ruff drives in. Layup. It is up. It is in. Foul. Count the basket. Bulldogs in transition go back up by 8.
Yeah, that was a nice coast-to-coast move there. Samantha Ruff goes up strong, able to finish at the hoop, and gets the foul.
And this is a chance to put the Bulldogs back up by 9. A bigger concern for Crestwood is the fact if the foul's on Curtis, and it's not on Curtis, it is on Curtis rather, but they originally had up there 4 fouls, but it's actually just her second.
Yeah, it's only her second, so she's going to be still on the court here.
And it will be Ruff trying to finish off the 3-point play here. Free throw on its way there. It is good. So 47-38. Bulldogs saw their lead trimmed to 3, but now back up by 9. Inbounds to Crestwood as Winter guarding Meemertz in the backcourt. Meemer across the timeline offensively here for the Cadets. And back out on top. Really top of the key. Halfway through the fourth quarter. Curtis, right side. Back over to Ullum. And to Ullum looking back door, nothing. Back left side, wide open for 3, but a step behind the arc is really shot no good, about a 22-footer. Emma Driscoll, nice box out, getting the rebound off the right. Bulldogs back offensively. Olivia Driscoll, absolutely wide open for 3, got it! Back into the game and right back at it. Bulldogs have their biggest lead of the night at 50-38.
Yeah, that's a big bucket there coming off the bench after being out for so long and knocking down a big 3.
And in the backcourt area, Bulldogs playing pressure defense. There is a foul as the ball was knocked away, and that is the 3rd foul committed by the Bulldogs. 2nd foul on Emma Driscoll on the reach-in.
Well, and the Bulldogs do such a good job of pressuring the ball and forcing teams to make turnovers. They don't have to reach and grab because they've been doing such a good job not doing that.
So 3.5 to go. Crestwood will try to make a charge. They went back to their bench again as Shelton brings it left side offensively. Moeller's back into the ball game. Meanwhile, they're working on top, and that is Ullum. Ullum back right side to Shelton. Shelton, top of the key offensively, and works it again with Reilly. Reilly knocked away, loose ball in the courts, and it's picked out of there by Reilly, but I believe we're going to have a foul called with 3 MFL MarMac girls in that area. Bulldogs commit the foul. That'll be their 4th foul now here in the 4th.
And they're going to call this on Olivia Driscoll, I believe, is who got the foul there.
That's her 3rd foul. Crestwood has committed 2 fouls in this 4th quarter.
And right now the Bulldogs are switching on every screen, just playing athletic.
Inbounds, back out on top here now to Ludwig, who just came in. Shelton has it right side offensively. Shelton back out on top too. Once again, Reilly, top of the key, open for 3, popped in and out. But a rebound pulled down there by Ludwig, who saves it back. Ludwig in the left block area, post-up move to the right side, leaves it off the back of the rim, shot no good. Crestwood gets the rebound with Reilly, who pulls it out of there, another opportunity. Shelton, right side to Reilly. Reilly looking back door, gets it to Ullum. Ullum, baseline 8-foot shot, no good. Rebound deflected out of there, pulled down by Schutte for MFL MarMac. And finally gets it out of there and gets the ball to Winter. Winter ahead offensively, knocked away by Ullum. And here is Crestwood back offensively in a steal at center court. Driving in is Ludwig, shot blocked by Ruff. And Ruff with those 4 fouls, taking the chance, but a clean block. And as Emma Driscoll comes back into the offensive end, a reach-in foul committed by Reilly. It's a little topsy-turvy out there right now.
Well, helter-skelter, and I'm surprised Samantha Ruff went for that block because she's playing with 4 fouls out there and got the clean block, luckily, but that could have been number 5.
Keener back into the game for the Bulldogs. Schutte checks out. Meanwhile, Curtis back into the ball game, and she's likely to probably finish this out here.
I would think so.
As checking out of the game is Ullum. Meanwhile, Casey Pika comes back into the game. Emma Driscoll checks back out. There's 2:23 left here in the 4th. Bulldogs lead by a dozen. Backcourt area here now with Olivia Driscoll. Driscoll brings it across the timeline, guarded by Curtis, by the way. Curtis falls down, but there's no charge call there. Winter, right side, open for 3. It's off the back of the rim. Rebound, knocked away, picked up by Moellers in the middle of the lane for Crestwood. 2-minute mark here is what we approach. In the lane, ahead of the pack is Ludwig. The shot, no good, but fouled. And again, MFL MarMac just losing Ludwig in transition. She'll go to the free throw line for 2.
Yeah, just nobody picked her up there and had to rotate over late. And that's always a recipe for disaster. She just ends up fouling her. Now she's going to shoot a couple of free throws.
Yeah, Schutte played catch-up there and commits the foul. So here is Ludwig for 2. And at this point, Crestwood needs to cash in on any opportunity they can score without the clock moving. And the free throw is good. A couple of scores to pass along. Waterloo East leads Edco 52-33 at the end of 3. Central leads Tripoli 42-22 at the end of 3. Free throw being eyed there by Ludwig. Second free throw, it is good, and they're back within 10. So backcourt to Keener. Again, the Cadets. Olivia Driscoll picked up by the Curtis, the point guard for Crestwood, but they bring it into the offensive end, and Olivia Driscoll will direct things on top. Driscoll with it, right side to, again, that is Pika. Pika left open, didn't take the shot, top of the key to Winter. Winter left side to Olivia Driscoll. No problem with the Bulldogs eating some clock here. They go pick and roll left side, but the ball deflected out of there by Ludwig, stays down here. Shot clock is at 11. And it will stay down here with the Bulldogs. But again, you've got a 10-point lead, so you can be patient.
You can be patient, but I thought that was a good look there if they could have got the ball into Winter, give her a chance to work inside that post.
Yeah, they were looking to go one-on-one, and on the inbounds, it goes off the knee of Winter. And I've always said this, and it's the first time we're going to say it this year. It's one thing to have a turnover. It's another thing to have it right in front of your own coach.
And she almost stumbled into Coach Bugenhagen there as she was trying to pick up that loose ball.
Moeller back over to Shelton across the timeline. Shelton carried the basketball. That was an easy call as the ball just got away from her. And an unforced turnover gives it to MFL MarMac. 1:34 left in the fourth.
Yeah, Shelton's looked a little out of sorts the last couple of times down here. I think they need her play some defense here and then look to attack the
So the Bulldogs lead by 10, trying to close things out here in their season opener. Backcourt to Olivia Driscoll. Driscoll behind the back dribble, brings it across the timeline offensively, and the Bulldogs get into shop. Right side back to, again, Pika. Pika on the right wing, drives in, stops, top of the key back to Winter, left side to Driscoll. And again, the shot clock at 15. Driscoll drives between two defenders, floats in, misses the 5-footer. Winter the rebound, saves it, somehow trying to get out of there, and she's fouled. So good effort by MFL MarMac to keep possession alive. It is the fourth foul on Crestwood, 1:10 left in the fourth. And the Bulldogs want a timeout. They lead 50-40, trying to close the deal. Back with the finish after this. Let's take this break.
This is Dr. Jessica Wilkie, along with Dr. Foey, Dr. Bruner, and our...
Stronger, farther, faster. It all starts with good nutrition. Clayton County Farm Bureau is proud of our livestock farmers who provide high-quality protein needed to fuel our young athletes. The ultimate pre- and post-game fuel-up can be found in meat and dairy foods grown right here. Meat and dairy are natural sources of essential vitamins that support health, energy, and performance. We know our student athletes are the real deal, and Iowa's livestock farmers are committed to helping them reach their goals. To learn more, visit realfarmers.realfood.realmeat.com.
Bulldog Cadet Basketball is brought to you in part by the Lowena Savings Bank, member FDIC, Bacon Concrete in Postville, Furniture Showcase and All Wine, Lighting Showroom, Flooring, Furniture and Window Treatments, Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual Agent in Monona, Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa, Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at guttenberghospital.org. And Rivals Inc., custom gear, screen printing, embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com.
Welcome back. You just missed a great inbounds play. We apologize for that. Inbounds to Blair Winter, who puts it in from the right side. Bulldogs go back up by a dozen, which equals their biggest lead of the night. Then they force a turnover in offensively. I don't think they gave us a full minute on that timeout, by the way. Ruff back on the offensive end. Right side to Pika. So the Bulldogs salting things away in our fourth quarter. Pick and roll. Tries to throw it to Keener. Overshot. Who saves it along the baseline. Back to Ruff. Good hustle there. Driscoll on the left wing. She drives in, swoops in from the left side, leaves the bank shot short, and the rebound picked out of there by Ludwig. Inside 30 seconds to go. Curtis back in the offensive end, pulls up from the right block, banks the shot long, and the rebound pulled down there by Rupert, and they'll bring it back out on top. So MFL MarMac able to get an extension of the lead in the third quarter, then answer the charge. Meanwhile, the pass intercepted on top to Olivia Driscoll. Left-handed layup, it is up and in. And in the final seconds, the Bulldogs are going to close this out with their biggest lead of the night. Across the timeline, it is brought there by Shelton, launches the three, shot no good, and the game comes to an end. MFL MarMac wins the conference opener in their first conference matchup for the Crestwood Cadets, making their conference debut. And the Bulldogs, the defending co-champions of the conference, start out this season with a W. They win by a final score of 54-40. We'll take a break. When we return, game stats, coaching interviews, your post-game show is coming up. You're listening to high school basketball on KCTN, Garnavillo, Elkader, Iowa.
When I started out in the car business, my dad gave me some good advice. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Brown's family of dealerships. What my dad told me is when you sell someone their first car, you need a good sales department. But if you expect to sell them their second, third, and fourth car, you better have a great service department. Visit any one of the Browns family of dealerships in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, or Victory Ford in Dyersville and find out why Browns is your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be.
At Freedom Bank, we're proud to cheer on the hometown athletes who give it their all. You'll see us in the stands, on the sidelines, and throughout our communities, supporting the players, coaches, and families who make Northeast Iowa a great place to call home. Whether it's on the field or in your financial life, we're here to help you reach your goals. Visit us in Elkader, Monona, Postville, or Waukon and experience the difference of a 100% employee-owned community bank. Freedom Bank, we empower success.
The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union are proud sponsors of high school sports. We are committed to bringing our patients the highest level of total eye care with detailed one-on-one attention. Our offices offer the newest technology and equipment with a professional team of experienced staff that is committed to you. Call us today for your next total eye care appointment. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union supports all of our local athletes taking the field or court this season.
This is Chris Holbert, General Manager of Hall Roberts Son Incorporated in Postville. We would like to wish the area student athletes both a safe and successful sports season. We have been a community-based company since 1864, servicing and supporting the area ag industry with products necessary for daily success. We look forward to continuing to serve and support both the ag industry and high school athletes in our surrounding communities. Thank you and good luck from the families at Hall Roberts Son.
Hey sports fans, take a time out to call Garms Financial Services for all your insurance needs. Whether you need auto, home, farm, health, crop, or business insurance, Garms Financial Services and Grinnell Mutual has you covered. You'll receive quality protection, expert advice, and local friendly service. Owner Brian Bugenhag, along with his staff, look forward to serving all your insurance needs. Call them today for a free competitive quote. Garms Financial Services, located in Elkader and now also in Monona, your trusted choice agency.
Looking for the best suppressors with seamless service? Interested in helping protect your hearing or have questions on the NFA process? Head to Stronghold Corp, your one-stop shop for premium suppressors and unbeatable expertise. Whether you're a seasoned shooter or first-time buyer, we can get the best brands and latest models to fit your needs. Enjoy hassle-free eForms electronic fingerprint processing with our state-of-the-art Cerberus live scan system. Contact us today by heading to stronghold-corp.com for more information. Stronghold Corp, where silence meets precision. Top Gun Customs knows you can fill a deer tag well out of season. If you've tagged that prize buck, pull up to the stoplight at Top Gun in Garnavillo. That's it. Bob and his technicians have been repairing vehicles for over 45 years. We write the estimates, take the photos, and deal with the insurance company for you to ensure your vehicle is repaired quickly and, most importantly, safely. We also have free loaners or rental vehicles. Call Bob or Nancy at Top Gun to schedule your repair today. 563-964-9899.
Choose skilled care to recover from your surgery or illness. Grace Bowman of Eitzen did, and she states, "When I came into the hospital following surgery in La Crosse, the first thing I noticed was it seems like family. The whole unit was welcoming, kind, caring, and glad I was there. I felt peaceful, and with their help I knew that I would get back home again, which I did just 2 weeks later. The entire staff was encouraging and always gave the extra mile. Wherever you are, remember to ask for skilled care."
Exceptional caring people, Veterans Memorial.
Bulldog Cadet Basketball is brought to you in part by Community Insurance of Iowa, Hometown Agency Monona, Auto, Home Business, Crop, Farm, and Life, Smitty's Oil and Tire in Monona, Garden View Place in Monona, Vorwald Enterprises Inc. in Monona, Ashbecker Building Supplies in Rossville, Conoco Flood Covering in Monona, Sincerely Yours Interiors by K in Monona, and Rockflyer Appliance and TV, the home of quality service with the lowest price guaranteed in Prairie du Chien, Waukon, Decorah, and Viroqua.
Welcome back once again to Cresco in our Upper Iowa Conference game to start the season. A good one. MFL MarMac used a run at the end of the third quarter to build a 9-point lead, and they ended up winning by 14 by a final score of 54-40. We turn things over to Coach Aaron Hammond. Let's go through the individual totals. Let's start first off for MFL MarMac.
For the Bulldogs, they were led by a freshman, Blair Winter, with 20 points tonight. Olivia Driscoll, another freshman, with 12. Chloe Schutte, another freshman, with 9. 5 points for Samantha Ruff, 4 points for Cora Keener, 3 points for Emma Driscoll, 1 point for Evelyn Fritz. 54 points tonight for the Bulldogs. They shot 38% overall, 3 of 15 behind the arc, 17 of 38 from the field otherwise. That's good for 45%. 10 of 16 from the free throw line. That's 63%. And 21 turnovers tonight for the Bulldogs.
And again, they were better the second half. Only had, I believe, 8 turnovers in the second half.
Yeah.
Let's go to the totals now for Crestwood.
For Crestwood, balanced scoring all the way up and down the line. They were led by Kieran Rupert. She ended up with 8 points. Charlie Curtis was 7. 7 points for Kenzie Mollers. 6 points for Hadley Reilly. 4 points for Hope Ludwig. 4 points for Mia Shelton. And 2 points for Zoe Meemert. And 2 points for Peyton Ullum. So 40 points for the Cadets tonight. They were 27% shooting overall, 2 of 20 behind the arc. It's only 10%, but 12 of 32 otherwise for 38%. And after not having a free throw in the first half, 10 for 12 in the second half for 83%. So a strong showing there in the second half.
And for a long time, that kept them in the ball game in the third quarter.
It did. It kept them around in it there in the third quarter, and then again in the fourth quarter to try to cut into that lead.
And again, this is all new, the big school division of the Upper Iowa Conference. But I think we're going to get a lot of games like this. I think that are going to be competitive there, and maybe a team goes on a run because you really don't know who are the teams to beat. And there's so many questions. You know, Crestwood returning 3 key players from a season ago. MFL MarMac leaning on some freshmen this year. You don't know how they're going to adjust, but they had 3 freshmen on the court in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and they had a strong night tonight. Like I said, top 3 scorers tonight were all freshmen, 1 off the bench and 2 starters. So they got the right girls out there. You just never know how they're going to react in a tough situation. But I thought they composed themselves very well tonight and handled things out on the court.
Well, you know, Crestwood made 2 significant runs at them. They had a 9-point lead in the first half, and Crestwood would then take a 1-point lead. MFL MarMac ended up recovering and leading by 1 at the half at 21-20. Then they had that run in the third quarter when the Bulldogs got a little breathing room there, and suddenly Crestwood early in the fourth quarter had worked themselves back into the ball game.
Yeah, tried to get back into that, like you said, making some free throws, getting some stops defensively, but just too much out of the Bulldogs. They turned up the pressure, and it was just too much for the Cadets tonight.
All right, we'll take a break. When we return, we'll talk with MFL MarMac basketball coach Brian Buchenhagen when our postgame show continues after this.
Inspiring changes to a happier, healthier you is what we do at Clayton Drug. We are committed to helping you achieve the highest quality of life possible. We are a full-service pharmacy offering services such as med packing to your home or mail delivery and online prescription refill. We also offer a cash pricing program on name brand and generic prescriptions. Call 563-245-2530 to find out more. Clayton Drug, connecting the communities of Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner to serve us all in between.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors in Elgin and Walk-On. At Torkelson Motors, we believe that student involvement in activities is a great way to help grow our communities, and we are proud to help sponsor this game for your enjoyment. We've been serving Northeast Iowa since 1926 and appreciate the business that our customers have given us and the support they provide to our area schools and communities. So the next time you are in need of a new or used vehicle or a repair, stop into Torkelson Motors. We've been selling cars the old-fashioned way with a friendly smile and a handshake right here next door in Elgin and Walk-On.
Being good at life means getting your finances in order so you can focus on the moments that matter most. With over 175 years of experience, New York Life Insurance Company offers insurance and financial solutions you can benefit from while you're, well, living. For trusted guidance, contact your local agents, Andrew Reimer or Troy Springer with your Vision Financial Group, proudly located and serving the beautiful Guttenberg community. Call Andy or Troy at 563-252-2471. Start planning today for peace of mind tomorrow. Your Vision Financial Group is not owned or operated by New York Life. Welcome back to Cresco. Post-game show continues. We're joined by MFL MarMac basketball coach Brian Buchenhagen. Coach, first off here, let's talk about the freshmen. I mean, you closed the game in the fourth quarter there. They make a couple of runs at you, and you continue to trust those young kids.
Yeah, our freshmen have played a lot of basketball. They've had some success. They're just played tonight. They just went out. They played fearless, to be honest with you. The moment wasn't too big for them. Just really proud how they came out and competed.
Let's talk about offensively. First off, Blair Winter led you with 20 points.
Yeah, I mean, Blair is kind of a different player we haven't had for since I've been coaching. She can shoot it from the outside. She can play inside. Can guard multiple positions. And, she's played a lot of AAU basketball. So we thought that she could come in and step up and score some points for us.
All right, Olivia Driscoll, who left with an injury, came back. She had 12 points for you there. Chloe Schutte with 9 points.
Yeah, and for Olivia to come back, we didn't really know what was going on. Thought maybe it was a concussion, but they cleared her and was able to come in. She, handled the basketball and handled their pressure, got us into our offense. And, Chloe came in and gave us some energy and, just able to get up the court and got some easy buckets for us.
And the kids you had back giving you solid minutes contributing.
Yeah, and, our 2 seniors. And, Emma Driscoll, they all it took everybody. Tonight I thought at different times, Evie Fritz came in and, kind of took over the point some when Olivia went out. It just takes everybody to come in and contribute to have the success that we want.
All right, and the turnovers better in the second half, I think, though.
Yeah, and kind of going into halftime, I saw what, we had right around 14, and that's not like us to have that many, and I think that's what got them back in the game in that second quarter. They made a run, but for us to go in the locker room up 1, I wasn't really happy with that, but I thought, at the start of the second half, we came out with some energy and got some turnovers, some easy buckets, and that kind of propelled us for the win.
All right, as far as concerns you get out of this ball game, things to work on.
Yeah, I think, our defense is good, but I think it can be better. And just offensively, actually running through our sets. If we do that and continue to handle the basketball and rebound, got to rebound. But if we do that, we're going to be a tough team to play with.
All right, Coach. Have a happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, you too. Thank you.
Good job tonight on the win. We'll catch up with you guys, I believe, against Edco.
All right.
It'll be our next matchup.
Thank you.
You betcha. Again, MFL MarMac victorious. Final score 54-40. We'll take a break, hoping to talk with Crestwood coach Nicole Johnson when our postgame show continues after this.
Alpine Communications believes connected communities become thriving communities. We are the local telephone company that became a 21st century communications provider. Alpine provides internet, television, cellular security, and telephone too. We promise personal, timely, reliable service from people who live here. When you choose us, we all thrive. Connect with Alpine Communications today. Click alpinecom.net or call 563-245-4000.
Strawberry Building Supply offers all your building materials for residential and commercial projects. Whether you're building from the ground up, remodeling your home, or a weekend project, we have the materials you'll need. We are an authorized Milwaukee dealer for all your Milwaukee tools. Strawberry Building Supply also has everything you'll need for your pets and livestock. Stop into Strawberry Building Supply today at 413 West Mission Street, Strawberry Point, or call 563-933-4579.
Hey, Justin Birdnow here from Birdnow Chevrolet in Monona. I want to take a moment to wish all the local athletes good luck during their game. You have worked incredibly hard and it shows during each game. Myself and the entire Birdnow Chevrolet Monona team is wishing you all that you do your best and good luck.
Getting to the age of 55 may have earned you wisdom, but Central State Bank thinks you should get something more, like a checking account that earns you interest. We believe you've earned the right to avoid fees for ATM and debit cards, wire transfers, cashier checks, and insufficient funds transfers. Call or visit Central State Bank today and ask about our Classic 55 checking. It's time you've got what you earned. Central State Bank, member FDIC.
TNT Power Sports sells and services all makes and models of UTVs and ATVs. We have a nice selection of clean used units available along with new units. Contact Brian, Sawyer, or Tracy for your next UTV or ATV purchase. To keep your UTV or ATV in top-notch condition for work or play, schedule your service work with Brian or Nathan by calling 563-245-1100 or stop into TNT Power Sports north of Elkader on Highway 13 for all your sales or service work.
NEAT is connecting more and more homes and businesses to reliable fast broadband internet in Northeast Iowa. NEAT's fiber optic network has expanded and is now offering speeds up to 1 gig in and around Monona, Luena, St. Olaf, Farmersburg, Postville, and surrounding rural areas. NEAT Fiber provides high-quality internet, television, and telephone services at the speed of light. For more information on how to upgrade your speed and services, visit NEITEL.com or call today 877-638-2122. NEAT, connecting you now.
Epic Wear. Get personalized clothing for your school, your team, family, friends, business, or any event. Epic Wear has a huge range of customizable apparel, trophies, and awards. They offer free design help or design your own apparel at getepicwear.com, and you can even set up a free website for your fundraiser. Epic Wear, walk on. Call 563-568-2301 to place your order today.
Bulldog Cadet Basketball is brought to you in part by Nick's Excavating and Kane Construction in Farmersburg, T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona, St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service, Growl Logs and Lumber in Elkader, Timber is a Crop, Harvest Wisely, Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont, Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg and Elkader, LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville, Elkader Chiropractic Center Dr. Jamie Hammersland, and Innovative Ag Services in Elkader, Monona, and Waukon.
Welcome back to Cresco. We're actually going to start to wrap up our post-game show here. Still hoping to talk with Crestwood girls basketball coach Nicole Johnson, but meeting with some of the players yet here. And again, they dropped the season opener by a final score of 54-40. Let's talk about Crestwood here first off for a couple of seconds, because this is a competitive team on the large school side of the Upper Iowa Conference.
It is. I think they're going to get better as they go along, trying to fit some pieces. Had a couple girls that looked like they were a little off tonight, so they'll get stronger. I thought Curtis, her shot just wasn't falling. I thought Rupert had a really nice game tonight. I think she's going to be a strong one for them out there on them. And I saw Mia Shelton looked a little hesitant to shoot the ball, and I think she probably needs to shoot the ball for them too.
And again, just like MFL MarMac, you're working some new kids into the mix, so that's part of the situation going on for them. Meanwhile, for MFL MarMac, this is a good way to start the big school division when you put, again, some youth with some experienced kids coming back.
Well, and I think this is going to be a positive for Coach Bugenhagen to look at this and go, hey, we had some young girls out there. They kind of stepped up to it. There's still going to be some growing pains. Don't get me wrong. They're not going to be all sunshine and roses, but there are going to be some times where they're going to struggle and they're going to show that they're freshmen. But I think there's a lot of positives to take from tonight. Their defense, how they handled the height and length of Crestwood, I think they did a nice job.
And the big thing will be when teams start to zone them up. That's going to be the challenge because they know what they can do girl to girl, but they've gotten better the last couple of years facing zone defenses, but that's going to happen to them quite a bit because of the athleticism they have.
Yeah, the thing I was impressed with the most with MFL MarMac there in the second half, they started switching all screens, and we've seen that out of their boys in the past few years where they just switch screens because of their athleticism. Girls were doing the same thing and doing a really nice job of just kind of taking away all of those lanes for driving and dishing.
All right, so we'll take a break for the Thanksgiving holiday. We'll be back with you a week from tonight. It'll be Clayton Ridge at Central, with again the Chalk Talk at 5:45, girls game time at 6:15, with the boys game to follow. Going through the finals once again tonight, New Hampton beat North Fayette Valley 50-35, Central beat Tripola 54-25, Turkey Valley over Clayton Ridge 55-16, and Waterloo East defeating Edco by a final score of 73-56. Have yourself a good Thanksgiving, Coach Hammond.
You too, Dan.
Once again, for Coach Aaron Hammond, I'm Dan Barons. My thanks to Kennedy Kurt for running our camera here tonight from Crestwood. Also thanks to Caitlin Mussman and Ty Keenan for running our studio show. For a complete recap of tonight's ball game, highlights, scores, and more, go to kctn.com and click on the Sports tab. This has been a presentation of KCTN FM 100 Sports.
Attention business owners. Are you tired of monthly fees eating into your profits? Look no further than People's State Bank. People's State Bank's business checking account has no monthly service charge. Yes, you heard that right. 0 monthly service charges. But that's not all. Enjoy free ATM and debit cards, free online and mobile banking, and free bill pay services. With People's State Bank, managing your business finances has never been easier or more affordable. Stop wasting your hard-earned money on unnecessary fees. Switch to People's State Bank today and take care of your business finances. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
Bulldog Cadet Basketball is brought to you in part by Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door, TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont, Myers Auto Service in Monona, Clayton County Recycling in Monona, Farmer Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, Arlington, Elgin, and Wadena, member FDIC, Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader, Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah, and by Car Auto Group, online at karautogroup.com.